Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. I already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. We got a whole lot to discuss tonight involving the Chicago Bulls. Obviously, you see what's going on with Anthony Davis. The man is out here beast, and I think the return of the beast is back. And we're going to get all into it, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, this is what everybody was upset about the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, when you have this level of talent, you know, this is why they were ridiculed so much. This is why people attacked them. It was because they know the talent. I think Laker fans need to view this as a compliment when you guys are being attacked by the media, by critics of the like, you know, because you got world-class talent. Now it's up to Anthony Davis and LeBron James if they could sustain this. I believe they're 8-2 right now after starting off the season horrendous. You know we got to get all into it, man. It's about to go down like never before, man. And obviously, how could we forget about C-Red Nation? Trouble in paradise, ladies and gentlemen. There's trouble in the Windy City. It's big-time trouble out there in the Windy City right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how they're going to rectify this situation, but the situation clearly needs to be rectified. Shout out to Slimkin Hoop. Shout out Basil. Shout out the Black Basketball Channel with Zen Master. All y'all in the building. Of course, my man Basil, Rap Guy Reloaded. Jessica, all y'all in the building now came in here early. I don't want to miss nobody, leave nobody out. We got a lot to discuss. Hopefully we get to some of your favorite teams. I believe Mr. Jose Alvarado had himself a night as well. We got to definitely get all into it. It was so many good nights this evening. Shout out my man Slunker Hoop. He's a funny dude. But before we get into it, man, we got my man All Access in the building. Dex, talk to the people. We live.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in these streets. Shout out to the panel as it fills up through the course of this stream. Most definitely shout out to the courageous chat and all this cacophony that's coming out of that conclave that we consider sacred and celebratory. So, and also big ups to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV on this Sunday evening. That's a lot going on in sports.
Yes.
Some things are controversial, i.e. Jerry Jones photo. Some things are celebratory, i.e. the Los Angeles Lakers, the New Orleans Pelicans, and Zion Williamson is just continuously to put on a show to show that this is his team. And I don't know who can dispute that, but Flight, to be honest with you, I just want to talk about some of the simple things in sports, like the Denver Nuggets. What the hell is going on with the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I'm not really monitoring the Denver Nuggets situation as closely as everybody else, but we could definitely take a look at that right quick. What is going on with the Nuggets? Are they even in the playoff picture?
Oh yeah, they're in the playoff picture. They hanging on.
Oh, they third. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. They third.
They hanging on, but it seemed like they can't have no consistency.
Right.
1 minute they win 2 games, they lose 2 games, win 1 game, lose 1 game. And a lot of people peg the Denver Nuggets as a top tier contender in the Western Conference. But even though they're hanging up there in the top 5, the Goldilocks zone, well, actually the top 4 is the Goldilocks zone. Their sustainability seems to be questionable. And I'm just trying to figure out with that talent that they have up there, at least 3, what the hell is going on up there? Is Malone, is Malone on the hot seat like Billy Donovan?
I don't think it's as hot as Billy Donovan, but I see where you're going with this. I think if they have an exit early, that you got it. And I said that earlier this season. People thought that I was crazy when I said Mike Malone. Because they've been knocking on the doors like he can't get over the hump. Not to say he's a horrible coach. It's just he's not the guy to take him to the promised land. That's all. But he did advance the coach out there in Denver. I think he definitely deserves to be a head coach in the NBA. But I just think his time is, they need a new voice out there, especially if they can't advance further than they normally do. If they don't go to the conference finals, I think you got to let them walk.
Yeah, and that's my concern because we know that Mike Malone is a very strong voice in that locker room. He's a very strong voice in that organization. And for him to not get the consistency that the Denver Nuggets need, because the Denver Nuggets to me seem like a rhythmatic team. They're not fancy. They don't do anything way out. They somewhat below a doozy, but at the same time, they got the type of players that can get the job done when needed. And my concern is for the Denver Nuggets to be ousted in the last couple of years early in the playoffs, they will be coming out like a rocket.
Right.
You know, with that type of fervor and fierceness to remind people they would have been in the NBA Finals if it wasn't for bubble AD. And right now, it seems like a pin has taken some air out of the cells of their wings since then. Because we have never seen Denver, we have yet to see Denver regain the caliber of formidableness as they did in that bubble season. So that's what's concerning me. And I know up in the Mile High, you know, they are a championship city as well. You know what I mean? Denver is a championship city, albeit football, albeit hockey, but still they're used to some comfortability of winning a championship.
Good point. Let's get to your Los Angeles Lakers, Dex. I know that's what everybody wants to hear. It seems to be like we've had a resurgence from AD. My man Anthony Davis put up an epic night tonight. He's back in the 50 range. My man AD dropped a 50 piece. It's been a while since we've seen Anthony Davis put up these kind of numbers, correct?
Yes, sir. That's why I said the last time I was on your stream flight is that he definitely should be player of the week. If you don't get player of the week, the NBA is cheap. Nevertheless,
yeah, go ahead.
I was like, nevertheless, I always was a proponent of Anthony Davis not playing well due to injury. You follow what I'm saying? And due to his honeymoon stage. So he had a combination of two dynamics going on and off the court. His love for basketball was interrupted due to 2 back-to-back season injuries that he lamented over throughout the course of those seasons, and establishing a new life for himself, getting stable, becoming a California guy, being married, you know what I'm saying, and enjoying time with his new wife while he's injured and watching his team slumber. So now that he's past his honeymoon phase, I believe that we're going to see the Anthony Davis that we thought rivaled any big man in the league today.
Yeah, speaking of that, this man AD tonight, he had an epic night on Washington. He was dunking on everybody. But we got to understand something. Porzingis, he's not small. He out there dunking on 2-3 dudes at the same time. Anthony Davis played 38 minutes tonight. He had 55 points, shot 22 of 30, and also grabbed 17 rebounds. He just coming off 44 the other night against Milwaukee. So you clearly see the trajectory Anthony Davis is on. LeBron James finally, I don't know if he whispers some things to him, but clearly somebody has woken up. And also, you see what's going on. You got Magic Johnson tweeting again now. You see what's going on. The Lakers, the energy around the organization is coming back, because it seemed to be dormant starting off. LeBron James, he didn't have himself a bad night either. He was playing with Miss Triple Dub. He had 29 points on 34 minutes, shot 12 of 26, 8 rebounds and 6 assists. He definitely was looking for Anthony Davis. The Lakers look like they on the up and ups. And you see a clear trade, looming between Russell Westbrook, and the trouble that's going on out there in Chicago that we're going to get into shortly, because Russell Westbrook has 6 points, 7 rebounds, and also 15 assists. So, Russell Westbrook, I wouldn't say these numbers were the best, but that 15 assists, you can't ignore that, can you? I think
you definitely can't ignore that.
Yeah,
That's 30 points.
You're not going to find that anywhere. You ain't just going to grab that off the free agent market. So I think the Lakers are caught in a crazy situation, because what if they keep winning? Do you move Westbrook just to say, man, cut our ties while we can? Because
his contract is dead weight anyway. So
yeah,
you're already in the thick of things with his contract. So the egg is frying in the pan. So why throw the egg out? Just might as well keep frying it and eat it when it's done.
Yeah, you might be able to bring him back, especially depends on if y'all even want to bring him back. Probably bring him back for the cheap. You'd be surprised, especially if y'all winning. Because the only way you don't let that trade give up that move. I'll tell you what, I don't see what the Bulls are getting. If the Bulls are just about to hit a little mini reset, that's the only reason why it makes sense for them. But it make all the sense for the Lakers if they would have moved Westbrook for possibly DeRozan or Vucevic. That'd be kind of crazy,
Yeah, you're gonna have to get 2 pieces, multiple pieces for Westbrook. I won't say 2. I'm gonna say multiple, because of his contract is so enormous. But
that's why
I don't know. What about they put Lonzo in that trade? What about they ship it back to the Lakers? And the Lakers say, okay, we'll take the wounded duck. We'll work with him. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. And here you go, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, and probably Kobe White for Westbrook.
Hey, let's see what happens. Let's see how it moves. We got to see how this deal shakes out. It all depends on what happens with the Lakers at the end of the day. To see if they can sustain
because
that.
You don't want to if you're the Chicago Bulls, you don't want to trade for Russell Westbrook and you still have a logjam at the point guard position, because you still got a developing Ayo Dosunmu there as well.
Right.
And Russell Westbrook is not the best of mentors. I can tell you that right now.
You say he's not the best of mentors?
Yes, he's not the best of mentors. He's not somebody that he's going to take under his tutelage and guide him to replace him. He's not that type of person. He's going to say, get it from somewhere else.
I'm with you on that one. Shout out Rap Guy Reloaded. He said Lakers ain't trading Russ. He seemed very confident. Well, do you think Westbrook was going to be moved, even if it's not in this deal? Because it's not like, not Westbrook, but Anthony Davis is moving at a high rate right now. You might want to get I don't know. You never know what they thinking. What's Westbrook's destiny?
Listen, Westbrook, he can fit with the Bulls if DeMar is out of there and Zoe is out of there. And he can fit with Charlotte. Those are 2 good teams he can fit with. It so happens Ball brothers on both of those teams, on each of those teams. Because they need a push first point guard in Charlotte bad. That little timid shit that they got over there in Charlotte, that ain't going nowhere. And it's not going nowhere fast. So if he was to get over to Charlotte, and Michael Jordan has already been on record that he's fond of Russell Westbrook. He loves his game because he played every ounce of sweat. I mean, he put out every ounce of sweat every minute that he's out on the court. So Michael Jordan feels that Westbrook is worth his weight in gold.
Oh man, let's see. I mean, that'll be a big time gamble. Slim said the Hornets are dead. It says Levine and Russ really. I think he really moving for those picks, but I guess I don't know what the Bulls would be doing. I guess they would be hitting like a little reset, like a mini reset. They could trade. They could be in for a major overhaul around Zack LaVine. You never know. You know, they might keep those. They might trade. You know, all that. This is hypothetical, and then get those 2 picks, and then package those 2 picks with some more pieces and go get something else. So you never know what the hell is the master plan that Chicago is trying to cook up right now. It's going to be interesting. But the Lakers definitely look like they on the ups. They got Cleveland next. What's your chances you give the Lakers? What's the chances you give the Lakers of beating Cleveland, Dax? That's Tuesday at 7:30 in Cleveland.
64%.
In Cleveland?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron James. He ain't gonna. You think he's gonna be welcomed nicely?
I just think LeBron James acts a fool every time he goes back to Cleveland.
Right. So
and that's what the people want to see.
This Cavs though. This is a new deal.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. As long as AD playing the way he's playing, Lonnie Walker playing the way he's playing, Austin Reeves playing the way he's playing, Russ Brook fall back and play the way he's playing, stay in his lane. Like I said, when the Lakers, remember everybody was laughing at me. I was this early in the season. They got a new head coach, new voice in the locker room. Once the Lakers get configured, they're going to be a hard team to beat because Thomas Bryant was out. Damian Jones was playing with injury. Kendrick Nunn was out. You know, Dennis Schroeder was out. So you had a lot of nice little complementary piece, or can I borrow from hoop jargon, auxiliary pieces that is needed for the Lakers because they don't have that much talent, but they have players that know how to play basketball. They might not be the top tier talent in the NBA, but you don't need that if you got 3 Hall of Famers. Why you need a team full of top talent? When you got 3 Hall of Famers, that's a shoe-in on their first ballot. That's enough. All you got to do is trinkle certain pieces around them that fit according to the Laker play style. And then they should be able to figure it out from there. And hopefully they have. And I'm impressed that they beat Milwaukee and then they backdoored it with Washington. So that's 2-0 right now on this garrulous thicket of thorn road trip that the Lakers are currently on. And with that saying, it shows that the Lakers have the Lakers have eaten their ambrosia. Wow. And that's all the Lakers needed to do is to eat that God food and play basketball. Eat that God food, that ambrosia, and play basketball.
Right.
And they have superior talent over most.
I want to mention something, Dax. The Lakers could very well swoop all the way from the 12th all the way to the 6th if they play their cards right. Right now, you got a tie in the loss column. The Warriors are the 6th seed. They 13-11. The Lakers are 10-12. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves ahead of them at 11-12. You got the Utah Jazz at 14-12. So the Lakers just got to continue to play their cards right, and I'm telling you, they could get in the thick of things. Like if they really continue this tear, you won't even be thinking about the playing. The way if they could continue this, they could swoop all the way up there. I'm telling you, because you got
And
the
I think they
Kings.
will.
You don't know what the Kings gonna do. I know the Kings winning. I like the Kings. I was high on them. They 13-9. The light, the beam, all that sweet. You know, you see teams like Utah, they starting to come back to earth. You know, the Kings got Milwaukee in Milwaukee. That's not going to be easy. The Kings, they're going to Cleveland. That's not going to be easy. They got a game in New York. That's not going to be easy. Let me tell you, the Kings got a brutal road trip ahead of y'all, right? I'm over here looking at the schedule for the Kings, and this is very important if you're a Laker fan because I told they on a road trip in Milwaukee, in Cleveland, in New York, in Philly, in Toronto. They could very well lose all of these games. I'm just pointing that out right now. I know that no, it can't happen. It could. So it's not going to be easy winning in any of these buildings. So if they do come out winning, then hey man, we're gonna have to pay homage. And then they got a game coming up against the Lakers December 21st. I think that game is going to be pivotal. You know, but the Lakers got to continue what they do. But I'm telling you, the Lakers could swoop all the way to the head of the food chain. They could be the laughing stock yesterday and the top of the food chain today. So just everybody just take it easy. We think about that, Dex, and what I'm saying. I'm just looking at the standings, and I'm like, damn, y'all really could do this.
Yeah, that you made a poignant point, and that's why I was warning everybody to pump their brakes of their mockery of the Lakers, because the less you say, the less you have to take back. And I know the Lakers is one of the NBA darlings, and if the Lakers are healthy and they are showing that they want to play basketball and be formidable, they're going to get assistance. I mean, come on. I mean, let's keep it 100. They're going to get the 50-50 calls.
Yeah. They
And
could go
that
all the way
helps.
to the fifth. Yo, the Lakers could go all the way to the top. I'm telling you, yo, I'm looking at the standings. The Lakers just got to keep winning. And it's up to them.
Right. Yeah, the destiny's in their hand, no doubt. And at the same time, you know, the Lakers want to be a relevant team when it comes Christmas, because they got that Christmas game on national TV. And I believe the NBA want them to be relevant when it comes to Christmas. So
Right.
all the Lakers got to do is play their cards right. And you're right, it's like they can be up there in a nice little seat above this play-in.
You're absolutely right about that, man. So a shout out to all my Lakers fans around the world. We got my man Rave Kingdom. I think you're a Laker fan, right?
Hell no.
I don't be knowing who's who. I could have sworn he said he was a
Yes,
Laker
I
fan.
am. I'm a Laker
I hear
fan.
Bulls fan.
You see your Lakers, they're doing big
Yeah,
things.
I'm a Laker fan.
AD is back. The AD is back on the prize.
What's going on, Ray?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
So Uncle Vern hear your voice. He's coming. I guarantee you, because he ain't spar with you in a long time.
Listen. I really wanted to talk about the Bulls team real quick because they just lost. It's something to talk about real quick because this is a simple.
Well, Ray, break down what happened. Who they lose to? What was the score?
Yeah, they lost to the what you call them? Lost to the Damn, why did I just forget? Why did I just forget?
That's why I say break it down.
No, I do it. I had it in my head just in case. Bro, why did I just lose it?
You sounded so deflated when you came on. Like, I mean, who the hell did they play, God?
Bro, because it's they okay. Anyway, they lost to the Kings. I had to remind myself. I don't know why I forgot. Anyways,
they lost to the Kings last year.
Yeah, they lost to the Kings. Yeah, but here's what I'm seeing though. Right, this is the classic format of we wish a person was here and they weren't here. And that's Lonzo Ball. I'm saying that because if anybody remembers, and everybody can in this chat can disagree or agree, in the beginning of the season, the Bulls was winning good a couple wins, and they were like, look, hey man, look, Lonzo Ball ain't really here. And since he's not here, and we get a couple dubs, looks like we can really like hold it down without Lonzo Ball. Right? If I'm not mistaken, that's what I started to hear. Somebody could, Dex, if I'm wrong.
What happened to Dragic?
Yeah, they said we got Dragic, we got a whole bunch of guards now, and we got Caruso, we got all these guards now. We got Ayo Sumo. He's turned into this thing. And people forgot, we're slowly forgetting that the Bulls were a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, and they forgot how they dropped so low. Now we're watching this season to where more and more games is coming on, and we're watching him not being there. And him not being there means they need him back. It's
like a band without a maestro, right?
Say it again?
I said it's like a band without a maestro.
Oh, for sure. It's starting to come to the realization that I'm not saying we don't have guys doing their thing. Zach LaVine had 41 tonight. Woo. So I mean stellar performance. Not, what I'm saying, him doing his thing. Still got DeRozan. He been holding it down for a couple games, but at the end of the day, that circle is not complete. And that circle
I'm gonna say
one thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna say it like this, Ray. They got some karmatic energy coming to them because Zach LaVine lied. He straight up lied to that organization. He said, coming into his contract year, fresh off of winning a gold medal with Kevin Durant and all those guys, playing a lot of basketball in that summer, he wanted to bring his defensive prowess and translate it from the U.S. gold medal team to the Bulls. The U.S. gold medal team was just a promotion for U.S. basketball. The Chicago Bulls is his employer. So you want to tell me you're going to sit there and tell that bold-faced lie of being a defensive cornerstone for USA basketball gold medal winning team. And now you within an organization that's paying you north of $200 million. Should I repeat that? North of $200 million. When you coming off of a promotion, advertising from USA gold medal team, coming into an organization that's willingly giving you north of $200 million, and you ain't playing no fucking defense? When you promised that organization you would? When you sit there and told us who appreciate your game? I've been liking Zack since UCLA, so. That you're going to play defense, and we should watch out for that? And you can't guard a parked car in quicksand?
I only agree 60% of that. I don't agree 100% because there is a saying, you're only as good as your team. And for me, I feel like that is truthful. You saw what we had when Lakers, when Kyle Kuzma had to push LeBron into defense. Guys can put their work and emotions and their focus on defense, but if somebody's not doing it, then you just spent energy just trying to work hard for nothing.
Right.
Because you can lock somebody up and focus. Like, okay, I'm going to lock you up and play defense. I'm going to make sure you don't score. But if my partner is not on the same energy and the same mindset of, hey, I'm going to lock my guy up, and guess what? That guy that you're locking up just did a simple pass and he just scored. Or he did a simple pass and he just shot the jump shot on the guy that's not playing defense. So I don't really want to agree with that 100% because I've seen Zack step up to the plate on defense, but guess what? We have another guy not playing defense. Patrick Williams getting blown by. Okay, quote, remember the quote-unquote, the next defender behind Lonzo, quote-unquote, if people remember that.
Now, that's a good point.
Blown by. So I feel like I can't agree that 100% because I'm sure Zach LaVine's thinking it like this. Look, we about to rebuild. I mean, not rebuild, but we about to add some talent. We already got our boy Vucevic. We about to get our boy Lonzo. He's a defender. So you're like, hey, watch. I'm gonna put a little that's what he says. I'm gonna put a little some defense in this season. You know what I'm saying? Watch me. You know what I'm saying? And there's games where we saw him put the defense, but you're only as good as your team. And,
okay,
and we see it as we speak. Demar DeRozan don't play no defense.
Well, he's never going to play defense.
He getting dunked on by
forget that. Yeah, you can forget that. And DeMar DeRozan never really raised his hand when the teacher asked who's going to play defense. He didn't raise his hand. Zack did. Lonzo did. Caruso did. Ayo Dosunmu did. So that's where we really expect the defense from. I mean, you can travel all during DeRozan's career, and nobody's ever going to say, "Oh, DeRozan, he's pretty good on defense. Not top flight, not elite, pretty good on defense." You won't even hear that. So you're not going to hear that. Not at this age and stage in his life. He's not going to put in that type of work on the defense. But Zack vowed. When you vow, that means you put forth a covenant with your association that you're going to honor that. And he has yet to honor that. That's why I'm pointing it out. Regardless how bad the team is, Ray, if you're going to play defense, you're going to play defense. You can't say, oh, I'm only going to play defense if Lonzo here, or if Caruso here, or if Ayo Dosunmu here. No, that's not what it is. If you vow to say you want to play defense, then you got to take accountability and make your word bond and play defense. I don't care if you're the only person, because we have seen at times Lonzo being the only person playing defense, where he had to guard 2 or 3 defenders in one series. I mean, 2 or 3 positions in one series. You follow what I'm saying? And we've seen that, especially with the Indiana Pacers, with the Philadelphia 76ers. In one offensive set, Lonzo was guarding 3 different positions, 3 different individuals. So, and he don't make no fucking $200 million. Because Lonzo already have in his head, this is what he's going to do regardless. I don't care. This is what I'm going to do. So all that with Zack, I think is a bunch of hot air because he's not on a good team or nobody else playing defense with him. Schoolity do. Lonzo already had that in his head that he was going to do that regardless of who was playing on the side of him. That's what I'm saying. And Zack should match that energy because he's the man now. Zack is the man of that team. He's the face of that franchise. If he can't rally those troops, then say, partner, you might have to take a reduction in pay.
You know, for me, I'm hoping that the Bulls look at this and they go, okay, Zoe is that important because, for example, when Zoe left, right, last season, when it was a top 10, top offense, whatever, they dropped down. But you can be a little bit blinded because they still went to the playoffs. They still had a record that said, hey.
No. That playoff, they slid into the playoffs.
No,
they didn't make their mark. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying how they got there.
Yeah, they backdoor their way into the playoffs.
I'm not talking about how they got there. I'm talking about the office right now. This is what I'm talking about. How they view things as in who does what.
It is an improvement from the previous season.
Right.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Because we can say, oh my God, last season we can say, oh my God, look how important Lonzo was because we was a top 5 offense, top 5 defense, and watch how they just dropped. But the offense can look at it a little bit opposite, like, well, but we still made the playoffs, so they can't really even see too much of the importance of Lonzo like that. Yeah, they see what he does. They can't fully see it to importance.
Right. And let me segue to this, Rave. Let me segue this to you real quick because I see where you're going. Look at the Celtics with the dynamic of Brown and Tatum, right? We know Jason Tatum, but he's going to score his ass off. And Brown is not too much tripping, and Brown going to play his defense, and Brown going to try to put his scoring work in. You follow what I'm saying? Just to be the star to stir the drink. When we look at Marcus Smart, I don't really see him being the defensive player of the year. I don't see it. I mean, that's just my observation.
Yeah, I don't know how you want to do it. I don't.
You follow what I'm saying? That's just through the prism of my eyes. But the NBA, they know better than me. They the gods of it, and they know who to pick.
He kind of won by default, Dex.
But Brown is committed to play defense game in, night out, right? We don't see that from Tatum every time. So we can't use that for Zack as an excuse because if Brown can do it. And
Tatum don't play defense every night?
Nah,
that's
he don't play defense every night.
That's
from what I observed. We done seen his work when it mattered. So I don't. Yeah. You can say what you want to say, but we done seen Tatum work.
That got to step his defense in. You said Zack was just trying to defend. He definitely needs to step his defense up.
Say that again, Flight.
You said Zack need to step his defense up.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Zack needs to step his defense because he vowed, Flight. He put that out there, not nobody else. Zack put that out there.
Right.
He said his experience with the U.S. gold medal team taught him something and taught him that defense is a virtue. So these are the words that basically paraphrase come out of his mouth.
Right.
But we haven't really seen him implement that. He get the pouting, he get the looking and making these funny looking weird gestures. Zack, dude, 200 million, wake up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what DeMar DeRozan is doing around you. I don't care what Kobe White is doing around you. Vooch is doing around you. Do what you say you gonna do, or else you a liar. And this is the karmatic energy that you're gonna get back, and the Bulls are suffering.
Right. Shout out my man in the chat. He had asked what was my thoughts on the Jackson State. Shout out Tommy 504. I might echo some of the statements that you heard from Deion Sanders. He got some unfinished business, but I'm coming. Let me tell you something right now. If you heard some of the words he was coming out of his mouth, if you didn't catch goosebumps or chills, you might not be a human being. But it's gonna be a point in time where where we do discuss that. So just be patient. But we're gonna definitely highlight some points on that tonight. It is what it is. When hearing from him, it looked like it was like a business approach with the way he was explaining it. Yeah, he was telling the truth. In this business, you either get elevated or you get terminated. Unless you Greg Popovich, you're gonna be able to die at the program. It's only a couple people. There's a few people. Who is Nick Saban? But if Popovich sticking up the joint, they'll let his ass go too.
Shout out to Toxic T and Unstoppable.
Everybody.
I hope you guys don't have a sword fight tonight.
Shout out to the
T.
panel.
Salute.
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, bro. Everybody's listening, man. He doesn't owe anything to no one. He did the humble part. He got HBCUs being looked at now again. He got the family business, showing how what a family looks like on a team, showing what real leadership looks like now. He's showing what that culture, and he treat his white players and black players the same way. He don't owe nothing to nobody. All he's doing is like elevating, man. It's like, okay, I handled this part, and that part was playing the humble spot, getting those HBUs being seen again, making people actually want to play for those teams now. All right, now let me attack the other things. Let me go to Colorado State. Let me sneak up there, man.
Colorado.
The next spot might be it was Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah, the next spot is probably gonna be Ohio State. Probably gonna be something. But
Maybe he just showed folks a path, right?
All he is just taking care of everything. He started from the bottom, got it.
Now he's here.
His way up.
Deion Sanders is a
Maybe
capitalist.
he just laid out an example for the.
Oh, what'd you say, Doc?
Deion Sanders is a capitalist, and he have shown that. See, a lot of you guys might not know his history. He made a song called what? What's the song that he made? Anyway,
That's crazy. That's crazy. That just popped up on my phone.
Say that again, Zen.
Must be the money.
Did you hear what Zen just said?
Must be the
Yeah.
And it was a hit record.
Are they ready to kill Deion?
No, it's nothing wrong with being a capitalist. It's a capitalist society. That's what America is. It's based on capitalism. That's the money range.
It's hurt feelings. That's all. But he set an example, if nothing else. Right?
Yeah, but the thing of it is this: everybody in that HBCU, in that whole conference, SWAC or MEAC, all those HBCU conferences, they go to school to generate a revenue that will take care of them for the rest of their life. Is that correct?
Correct.
So if Deion Sanders go to the HBCU and attempt to generate revenue that take care of for the rest of his life, is he any different than any student or faculty member there?
There's no difference.
Absolutely not.
In America, however you look at America, see, I can say this with an inch of pride. I can say this with an inch of pride.
Right.
Because I'm a second chance individual in America. And I believe America is a land of second chances if you play your cards right. Deion Sanders has a new life in football. Think about that. Now, I know people said, oh, he living vicariously through his kids. Isn't that resemblance to LeVar Ball? The sentiments that was hurled at LeVar Ball?
I was going to say, I don't agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, you must ain't listening then.
Well, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I don't agree with the sentiment.
Oh, yeah, right. I understand what you said, right. No, yeah, he's not doing that. But this is what people will accuse him because they're a little upset.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Because he's going to take his boys to Colorado with him. If he can't take both, he's sure going to take one.
Yeah.
And the one he's going to take is Shador.
Yeah, I heard him say that in the interview. Like he was in the huddle. Yeah, he said, he was like, yo, I'm coming. He said, yo, the quarterback, he pointed at, yo, you had to see it, but he said, he coming too. Yo, he said, I got a bunch of dogs coming, that's going to take your spot. He said, yo, I want
look
you
at
to
it though. Look at it though. Look at it though, Flight. Look at it though, Flight. Now tell me, is this some resemblance? I know people hate to compare, but this is where we try to say how LeVar is such a genius, right?
Right.
LeVar wanted his sons to play on the worst team imaginable all together in the NBA. Just to show the powers that they have to uplift and to make everybody play better, right?
Right. Well, one of them got their wish.
Deion Sanders is going to Colorado. That's a stinky program right now.
Yeah.
You don't think he could have waited out and got a little more prominent program? He's going to a stinky program and bring his son and let his son showcase and make everybody better. And he's going to be like Caleb Williams over at USC. Stinky program, but one player can make such a difference, can bring the program back to prominence. So what Lincoln Riley did to USC, I guarantee you Deion Sanders going to do at Colorado. Because Colorado at one time, and Zen can attest to this, attest to this, that Colorado was one of the top programs in the nation.
The Buffs. Yeah.
The offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs was a player. I think it was a Heisman winner for Colorado. Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, he played in Colorado. Yeah.
So it's not like Colorado has not ever been on the scene, but it just haven't been on the scene in damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
So when Deion gets there, he's going to elevate that program like nothing else. And who's going to say shit? Because this is a Power 5 conference he's going
And
to.
this is a state on the rise right now as well.
Oh,
Also-
Colorado! Don't you don't hey look! Don't talk about that part of Colorado, Sid.
Yeah,
Please
on the
don't talk
rise.
about that part of Colorado.
The greener
Also,
pastures.
but no, like also with the NCAA coming in with this 12 with the 12 team tournament idea, which I feel like they should have done years ago. Not only is this the perfect time if I'm Deion Sanders to go to a Power 5 team, but I'm gonna pick the sneaky good Power 5 team, coach them up and build them up, so that way when this 12 team tournament can come in, this 12 team tournament bracket can come in, I can have just as much as an equal opportunity to fight for a national championship, just as much as Alabama do every year. And not only that, it makes college football ratings go up.
Oh,
Because
most definitely.
it
I'm
was
watching
already
every Colorado game now,
Right.
Toxic. And
Right, but
everybody
that's
that's
only
a
that.
content creator is getting their Colorado shit together. So
Right,
you
but
guys better
that's
jump
not what
on
I'm
board
talking
early.
about. Could you imagine? Like, this is beef. Like, could you imagine
The
Can-
Bucks.
after
Okay,
Nick
before
Saban, after Nick Saban and Deion Sanders are basically going back and forth because Travis Hunter, who was the number one 5-star recruit in his class, decides that out of every school to go to, he decided to go to prime time in the HBCU, knowing that he would get backlash, right, Dex, from almost every Power 5 in the country. Now,
And he did.
looking
Yes.
and he did, but now looking at it, Deion Sanders is not only going to Colorado with Shador. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
once he gets transferred, he's going to get Travis and his other son Shiloh, who is
Yep.
not only just as he's a great cornerback, and
Good point. Good point.
Travis Hunter is coming off of getting his first ever interception in SWAC. If he could do it in the SWAC, Dex, he could pretty much do it in Power 5 as well. It's not really a big jump off. You know what I mean? So with this 12 team bracket coming, could you imagine? Potentially? If everything goes right, you could
Yeah,
potentially
you know they're
a
going to do
national
it,
championship.
Toxic. They're going to do it because Alabama didn't make
Deion
it.
Sanders versus
You
Nick
already
Saban.
know they're going to extend the playoff.
Come on, man.
Alabama didn't make it, so they're going to extend it. They're crying. There's no road tie, even though USC lost. I don't think Alabama is going to get that fourth spot. But if they do, college football is cheap. But nevertheless, you're right. I agree. Deion is going to heighten the profile of that Colorado Buffalo football team. They already got nice uniforms. And Deion going to go in there and bring them some swag. And Deion going to bring his boys, you know what I'm saying, his sons. And they're going to play for the Pops.
Right.
And nobody should complain about that.
Because he literally won 2 conference titles back to back, Dex. Not to mention he gave them an undefeated season before he left. Not to mention there's kids right now considering going to HBCUs now and want to open up their horizons and put more HBCUs on the map. So even though Deion Sanders didn't stay in Jackson State that long, his effect on HBCU football is tremendous. It's transcendent. It's almost generational.
It's stupendous.
It's almost generational, because you look at guys like Michael Strahan coming from HBCUs and the Steve Youngs, and not Steve Youngs, but
not Steve Young.
the Walter Paytons of the world and the Jerry Rices and Shannon Sharps. These legendary players all come from underneath tombs. Doug Williams, and these are not just random players. These are some of the most greatest NFL players that we've ever seen. Jerry Rice is the all-time leading receiver. Doug Williams is the first black quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. And break the narrative that black quarterbacks can't win or can't learn the playbook.
That's right.
I met the man.
Hey, I got.
Not to mention Michael Strahan, who breaks the all-time leading sack record before retiring and walking off.
What school did he go
Not to mention Shannon Stark, the most
Yeah.
trash-talking best tight end the game has ever seen.
Went to
Brother
Savannah
Sterling
State.
Sharp
Yeah, he's
was
one of the most.
best.
Shannon Sharp was one of the most decorated. Most definitely.
Sterling Sharp, not to mention
went
his
to
brother
Savannah
Sterling,
State.
who was one of the best wide receivers on Green Bay to this day. There's nobody even close to Sterling Sharp when it comes to Green Bay Packers receivers.
I was going to join the Army, and my brother convinced me to go to Savannah State, Skip. So
I mean, if we're being honest,
and
I
I
mean,
put
Ray,
everything in the football. I didn't study.
Ray, name another Packers
this
wide
body
receiver
from
that's
the
better than Sterling
game.
Sharp in the history books.
I don't know.
Darnold Driver was okay,
Listen, if Devontae Adams,
but he ain't better than over Sterling Sharp.
If Devontae Adams stayed on that team,
Stop it, Ray.
he could accomplish a lot more on them Packers. That man is nasty.
Ray, over Sterling Sharp, though? Stop it, man.
Bro, Devontae Adams is nasty. His route running is compared to none. Like, this dude, even on the trash Raiders, he literally went to the trash-ass Raiders. Derek Carr can't throw for shit. But because this nigga, what's his name? Devontae Adams' route running is so fucking good, he still makes it happen, man. And then you got Aaron Rodgers, too, throwing it at him. Oh, my. Devontae Adams was nasty. That nigga route running is compared to not much, bro. Your route running, you'd have to be like a young, I'm talking about in your prime to compare yourself to Devontae Adams. Oh my, route running. Oh man, no.
I mean, come on, man.
I don't know about that.
I understand, Ray. It's what have you done for me lately? And Sterling Sharp hasn't played the last 15 years.
Oh, for
Sterling
sure.
Sharp
For sure. I
in
know.
his prime.
Listen to me. I understand.
Blazers by 16.
I know. I understand the past. You know what I'm saying? I understand the now. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens.
Let's get back to some Bulls.
Anyway, so
I wanted to really talk about the Bulls, though, right?
Yeah. I want one question though. I have a question about that Deion Sanders thing. So before I say this, I need to be cleaned up because I need y'all to answer for me. I'm answering this panel.
Lamar, you don't listen, but okay. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask y'all, was this robbery after they found out about Prime going to Colorado or before?
About
the
who?
robbery? No, the robbery that you're talking about where Deion said he was robbed, it happened before he took the Colorado job.
So yeah, okay. So
we're talking about Deion's been
that's
robbed.
Okay, then
players flicking him off.
All right. Yeah, so that's more of a reason why.
You talking about his academy?
No,
he's talking about his locker being robbed at one of his games.
Locker got robbed.
Oh.
So I wanted to know if it was before they found out or after. And that's what I was gonna say to my topic, because that makes me feel like I'm glad he's gone then. Glad he's gone then. That makes sure I know he. That was a good idea.
I want to talk about.
Listen, Deion is definitely a leader of men. Deion definitely have some sports genius in him. Right. And how do we know? Is because his results that he left on the field with those young men. Now, hopefully, that's not true about him, somebody robbing his locker or something to that nature. Maybe I hope that's like embellished news. I hope it's not like, somebody really tried to, to creep Deion, especially lending, his time, his effort, his voice, his motivation to that school.
Hit the like button.
I'm just hoping that it's not what the media trying to blow it up to be, because sometimes the media will embellish the news. You know what I'm saying? So that remains to be seen.
I want to talk about the Bulls. I want to talk about these Bulls.
Hit the subscribe button. Share the video. Cash App Young AK 516.
Shout out. Appreciate everybody.
Shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. But I'm gonna say this again. Dex and Flight and Rave and Zen and Unstoppable. I didn't give in this team multiple chances. I done looked back, done looked at the tape, did research. I've did my due diligence, and at this point, it's starting. My first point is that it's starting. People, I'm thinking that
What team are you talking about? Milwaukee?
I'm talking about Chicago. I think that
You did all that for Chicago, and you're a Milwaukee Bucks
We
fan?
know damn
I
well
mean,
you
I
ain't do
do.
that, Dex.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Come on,
I see what
Toxic,
you're
you
trying to do,
started
trying to
early,
cut me
Toxic.
off.
It's
I
not,
see what you're doing,
it's
trying
not
to
even
cut me
11
off.
o'clock.
Hey, Dex.
I mean,
Hey, Dex. I was gonna say
I'm
that,
not
but you beat
done.
me to it.
I kind of want to land. I see what you're
He
doing,
was
trying to
saying
cut me off and stuff.
he was saying that, and in my mind,
I'm
But
just
I
I
was
saying,
was
like,
Toxic,
saying that
hey, Dex.
no, I was
Dex.
saying that to say this.
Hey, Dex, on everything I love, I was in my head saying
I
this
was.
motherfucker know damn well he ain't do no due diligence. He started off on
I
it.
mean,
Go ahead though. Go ahead.
Unstoppable. At the end of the day, I don't listen to
At the
other
end
men.
of the
I
day,
know
you
what I do when I
lying,
get off
bro.
this
You
platform.
lying,
I
fam.
do the
You
research
lying.
and I
No,
do
no, you don't.
my
No,
research
you
and I do
don't.
my job.
No, you don't.
You
No,
don't
you
have to
don't,
believe
fam.
it.
You
It's
lying.
up to
You
you, bro.
don't.
It's your
It's
opinion.
bro.
I'm
Research
not
what?
looking
It's
for
not
your
opinion.
approval, though,
It's
sir.
a fact.
Why
It's not
why would you think
opinion,
I would
bro.
look
okay.
for your approval?
Unstoppable, let him go. Let him go,
Okay. I'm
Unstoppable. We already
gonna
got him.
murk
We
this
got him one
Got
time
him.
motherfucker.
already.
I'm gonna
I
murk
mean,
this
you
Yeah,
can
we got
got
him
me
motherfucker.
one
all you
time
want.
already.
I'm gonna murk him.
You can
Go
do it
ahead.
all you want to,
I'm
but
gonna
I don't
murk
look
him.
for
Go
approval
ahead.
from any other
Go
man, though,
ahead.
Hey,
I'm
Zen,
gonna
respectfully.
I
murk
told
you.
you Zen it was going to have
The
a sword fight.
3 week Buck
I'm gonna
fan,
murk you.
bro.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean, it
gonna
is what
The
it
murk
is.
the
your
We're being
3
ass.
week
honest.
Buck
I'm
fan,
gonna
bro.
murk your ass. Go
I
ahead.
mean, at the end of the
I'm
day, I'm
gonna
a
murk your
Pause.
ass. Go
basketball
ahead.
person.
Bro, not
I'm trying to
not
take
the
this
3
serious.
week Buck
yeah, what is
fan.
that? Whack
So at
100?
the end
Can't
of the
take
day,
you
bro,
serious,
I
bro,
can't
because
get
you
mad.
stay
And
Hey,
lying.
really being
Zen,
honest
I
with you,
not the
can't
bro,
3
take
week
you.
Buck
I
respectfully
fan.
can't take
unstoppable.
you serious
You
because you
signed,
stay
you
Wait,
gave
lying.
wait,
somebody
wait,
a
wait,
max
wait, guys,
contract.
guys, let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Hey, you
Okay,
know
go ahead.
what?
What about the
Now he
Bulls? You
know
done
how I
studied?
feel.
You done
Now he
did your
know
due
how I
diligence?
feel.
You done watched
Not the
film?
3
Go
week
ahead. Let's
Buck
Mhm.
keep
fan.
talk about the Bulls. Let's
I
go.
done watched my film, and honestly, unstoppable.
Shout
I
out to
think
Talent 10.
you giving this contract to Zach LaVine was a very bad decision. I think that despite all his offensive prowess,
Bro.
that he's not a good defender and he's a defensive liability. And when you lose to a team like the Kings, who has been playing good, but when you look at the Bulls
Tanks.
roster at this time and at this moment, I ain't gonna lie to you, you kind of underwhelmed tonight, even with his 41 points.
Bro, what that has to do with Zach LaVine, bro? It's a
What
What it
team
that?
has to do
fucking
with Zach
Let
bro.
me
It's
LaVine
let
a
me
is
not go
team,
my
bro,
stuff.
Ray.
bro.
What it
Bro,
has
it's
to
a
do with Zach
team
LaVine is
effort,
this.
bro. It's a team
You all right down
effort,
there?
bro. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
All
on.
right.
I got some. I got some. Hold on, hold on.
This
See, you
motherfucker
said, you
said
said,
he
you said
did
you do
his due
your,
diligence.
sir.
He
Hold on. One
watched
second,
that
Yes,
one
I
second,
did
I
my
motherfucker.
did
research.
my
one
due
second.
diligence in this.
Bro,
Y'all
Unstoppable,
can
you
laugh,
wrong for
but
that.
Vivian,
bro.
it's
Hold on,
okay. We can laugh, but
Vivian, I do
Bro,
my
bro.
due
Dex,
Listen to
you
me. Hold on,
diligence.
hold on.
lying, bro.
I
You
go to
Hold on,
don't.
work,
bro.
You
Vivian.
don't.
Hello, wait.
You
Let me read
don't.
this.
I
Let me read
mean,
this. Let me read this. Let me read this, bro. Let me read this real quick, okay? For
go ahead.
everybody that y'all are so funny and shout out to the 3 week Buck fan talking about Zach LaVine. Listen,
I
Right,
Zach
right.
mean,
LaVine.
Ray,
Hold
it's
on, hold on,
okay,
hold on, hold
Ray.
on, hold on, hold on.
If that's
Let
your
me read
best
this.
But
argument,
hold
you're
on,
gonna
hold on,
lose.
hold on.
Let me read it.
Hold on, Ray.
Zach
If
Before
that's
you
LaVine.
your
Hold
go,
best
on.
hold on,
argument, you're
Ray.
gonna
Zach
lose.
LaVine.
Ray, hold on,
Zach
Ray. Before
LaVine
you
on
go,
You know
36.
that.
see,
Hold on,
Ray.
hold on, bro.
Ray,
Hold
let
on,
me
hold
say
on.
this. Please, let
Hold
me
on,
say
bro.
this to you, Ray. Let me
All
say
right.
this to you. Before you go and murk his ass, I'm gonna turn around and murk him. Let's let everybody be known that's listening right now. He's gonna turn around and say, "My name is Toxic T. I was being toxic." He's gonna
Bro,
use that every
let me
time.
read this, bro.
I mean, okay,
Let,
bro. But
Now
sure,
let me read
go
this.
ahead.
But let me read this. With Zach LaVine, only of 36 minutes, he got 41 points. Now let me read the rest of
Okay,
the team. Let me read the rest of the team.
Yo,
Patrick Williams of 33 minutes had 10 points. Vucevic of 37 minutes with the most minutes on the team, only 12
Mhm.
points. With Alex Caruso of 30 minutes, 0 points.
Correct,
Ayo Dosunmu with 23 minutes, 5 points.
correct.
Derrick
Mhm.
Jones Jr. of 17 minutes, 3 points. Kobe White of
Correct.
16 minutes, my boy, 6
Mhm.
points. Dragic
Right.
of 8 and 2. Andre Drummond with 2 points. The
Mhm.
only man
What
over
about
20
Demar?
points, the only man over 20 points that game was
Hey,
Zach LaVine.
I want to
You
Okay.
say
are
this too.
ridiculous.
I
It
want to
is
Demar
say
a
didn't
this too,
play?
right,
team
right quick.
effort.
I want to
Where
say this right quick.
you forgot
I
to
want
pick
to say this
somebody.
right
Where's
quick.
DeMar?
Did DeMar DeRozan play?
Sir.
Right, that's
Not
what I'm
only
saying.
it's a
Hold on,
team
Ray.
effort. Hold on. Not only it's a team
Where's
effort.
DeMar's stats?
Hold
I thought he
on,
played
sir.
tonight.
Now, sir. Not only it's a team effort. Patrick
Okay.
Williams is supposed to be taking a step up, considering the fact that his contract's
taking a
coming
step
up. The
forward,
fact that he
step back,
has to look
step-
good for the next up and coming team or even the Bulls. And he is
Huh?
not playing up to par. He lost his
Okay.
starting spot. Io Sumo lost his spot, losing his minutes. You're ridiculous, bro. What Patrick
Ray.
Williams, who was once quote unquote supposed to be the next defender of this team, he's getting blown by. He's getting
He's supposed to be
dunked on.
Baby Claw, right?
Hold on,
Zero, bro.
check-
This is a team effort. That's why Lonzo Ball is so missed right now, because you cannot put your 100 eggs in the basket
Come
if
on,
everybody
Ray.
else doesn't want to put the extra other eggs in the basket as well.
Ray.
So I'm not blaming Zach Levine for
Ray,
shit.
what
because this is
what happened to
Zach Levine
DeMar
is a
DeRozan, Ray?
star player. DeMar
Right,
DeRozan
where's DeMar?
had
I'm
18
confused.
Hey, hold
points
on.
in 35 minutes, my
Hold
guy.
on, Ray.
Wait, hold
I wanna add
on.
this
You guys
in right
talking
quick.
over Ray. Hold on, wait.
I want to
Say that.
Ray.
Stay in stats.
For
Go ahead,
DeMar, you said for DeMar,
Yes.
35 minutes, 18 points.
He played like shit tonight. But I want to say this right quick for my stuff. I don't know what the hell going on my headphones all of a sudden. After we get done stumping his ass out,
Sound
Ray,
better.
hold on,
Actually,
hold on,
sound
Ray.
better.
No, I'm talking about it keep cutting out. I don't know when my stuff gonna cut off. I don't know what's going on. But Ray, after we get done stumping his ass out, I want everybody to know that's listening. He's gonna say his excuse gonna be, "My name is Toxic T. I was just being toxic." That's gonna be his excuse.
Well, let's get to it.
Go ahead.
Let's get to it
Go
Unstoppable,
ahead,
The
Ray.
Bulls
and
were
we'll
Go
see.
ahead, Ray.
But in that night, other than Zach Levine's, other than Zach Levine threes, Zach Levine counted for 60% of the three-pointers. The Bulls were 9 for 25 of the three-pointers. 38 of 86 in the
How many
field
shots?
goal, my boy.
How many shots did he take?
It does not say how many shots Zach Levine took. Hold on.
Zach took 28 shots tonight.
Oh,
28 shots.
Okay.
That ain't bad.
All right.
That ain't
He
bad.
did his
That's not
thing.
bad, bro.
And Zach Levine did his thing.
What about
But
DeMar
what
DeRozan?
You
about
don't call that
everybody
doing your
else?
homework.
DeMar
Everybody
took
in that.
18. DeMar had 18 points
Okay.
and he shot 18 shots.
Okay. Cool. That's
That dude
good. That's good.
That ain't bad either. And you said you did
Yeah, that's
your
good.
homework.
18 shots is good for
And you
DeMar.
did your homework.
Oh, I'm just letting y'all talk. I'm not going to interrupt you because I'm not going to interrupt you. I just want y'all to finish first. I'm not going to interrupt you.
bro. Well,
You don't have to
But the
believe
thing-
it. You don't have
but
to.
the thing-
bro,
I'm here to make friends.
I'm here, bro. I listen to everything you say, fam. And just by the
That's
word
fine, Unstoppable. I'm not here to make friends or try to appease to
Unstoppable.
you.
He surrendered. He surrendered.
Regarding Zach Levine,
Dex, it's not surrendering if I don't fight for his approval. I'm just trying to just put it out there. That's all.
Oh.
Whether you accept it or not, that's
all I'm saying.
your truth.
All I'm saying, the Bulls can't keep perpetuating not playing defense. And I'm talking about like really playing defense, not just play defense for about a second or two and then let the player drive and let the next man cover. I'm talking about really dig in. Just like how Boston played against the Bucks, that type of defense. How Boston played against Miami, that type of defense. I'm talking about in the playoffs. The Bulls have to get in their mind that they have to play defense in order for them to be taken seriously.
Well, it's not only about the defense, bro.
Everybody has to be on the same page. So let's say we all was praying, right? The Deck's been talking about Zach need to be on defense. Let's say Zach just goes crazy. I'm gonna play some defense. He knows how to play defense though. But he's still hold on. Let's say next game he just locks in on his guy, does what his job is. You still need the rest of them to do it. It don't matter.
We just made a point, Ray, about Jaylen Brown and Lonzo Ball. We made a point about those two individuals playing defense regardless of the weather.
Yeah, and you saw what the Boston Celtics did to Lonzo too. Zach, what's his name? Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown said, "Okay, this guy is the only one that's playing defense. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna tire his ass out because we are literally going Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth." And Lonzo literally did his thing but you could tell it was affecting him at the end of the day.
The Bulls won that game.
I get it.
They came all the way back.
I
They
know
came
what
all the
you're
way back
saying.
and won.
Bro, everybody has. I'm sure you guys who's talking on this panel has ran up and down a court. If your teammates ain't doing your job, you're only gonna put so much into what you're doing.
Then that means you ain't. That means you ain't 100% with it.
Bro, oh my
Thank
God.
you.
I'm a
That
coach.
means
Bro, you can put 100% into something, but your teammates still have to do their job regardless too.
But that's not your responsibility, Ray. You have to
For
do
sure.
your job, especially when especially when you vow. You vowed this.
Well,
See,
right.
nobody
You
else
signed
had
a
vowed that. The
contract.
only person that vowed to play defense. Hold on one second, Ray. Let me correct you. The only person that vowed to play defense for the Bulls out of these figures is Lonzo and Zack. Those are the only people that open their mouth and say they're gonna play defense.
Somebody finally putting some respect on his name when it comes to his defense. He's obviously trying to play defense, bro. It's like I don't know what games you watching, fam. And what's going on with this team is their defense is suspect, and then at times they offense will be suspect too, bro. They, like I said, man, I don't like Billy, but it's obviously that Billy's their guy and they believe in this dude, and they gonna have to make some tweaks when it comes to this offense. And they definitely, from what I'm seeing, they're gonna have to make a decision if they're gonna trade DeMar DeRozan and probably even trade Vooch. Yeah, DeMar DeRozan, he bailed Chicago out out of a lot of games or whatnot, and a whole lot of games. Also, he hurts them too at the same time. How you may say, because the ball sticks with him, it doesn't stay moving. That's part of his game.
Listen, unstoppable. Hold on one second. Jaylen Brown. Is Zach LaVine better than Jaylen Brown as a whole totality of a player?
No.
I mean,
I would say
no.
So Jaylen Brown will make $200 million a year. I mean, he doesn't make $200 million.
I mean, I'm gonna put it like this.
Not yet.
When it comes,
exactly.
Yeah, I was just about to say not yet.
Right.
So let me go ahead and continue. So, like today's game, DeMar DeRozan tried to do, as he always do, was try to bail him out.
By 22.
He tried to bail him out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't blame him because he been the guy that's been getting him out the jams, but his shot wasn't just it wasn't falling this game or whatnot like it normally does. But he should have just kept the ball moving. And those are two weaknesses they gonna have to adjust.
I've been saying
Zack did his thing, and then again, so when I was talking about Marquez, Toxic T, whoever the hell I'm talking to right now, you can't be doing your homework, family, because you stay talking stuff about Zack, and you said Chicago waste their money on Zack, and you seeing the player that he really is. And I told you, and I followed up with, bro, you speaking too early because, like I told you about Ben Simmons, I said, bro,
here we go, bro.
Too early.
All right,
you're speaking too early because it's early, fam. You speaking too early.
No, I'm speaking from a totality of his career.
This is the worst.
The nigga ain't win nothing, bro.
This is the worst.
What you talking about?
This is the worst.
The nigga ain't win nothing.
The worst. If I can finish, this is the worst Zack LaVine has ever played in his career. If you go look it up, you will see this is the worst. Tonight he had a good game. He dropped 41 on their head. They still lost though. He did all he can do. The rest of the team has to step it up, fam.
Okay, when you say step it up, offensively, defensively, or all the way around?
I would say all the way around. What I wanted to do is
players, bro.
I didn't want to talk off opinion. I wanted to talk off facts. I wanted to see how many threes they
the fact
shot
that he's a loser.
Can I finish? God damn. I want to see how many shots they shot up, how many shots they made, because I'm pretty sure they didn't shoot a lot, and the ones they shot, they didn't hit. So since you did your homework, I ain't even gonna look it up. How many threes they shot? If you got it up, how many threes they shot today?
How many threes they shot?
Yeah.
This game?
No, yesterday.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being for real. How many threes they shot yesterday?
Right, he's being sarcastic. They shot 25. They shot 25 threes tonight, and only
how
made
many
9
they
of them.
hit?
9 of them for
How many assists?
36%.
That's bad, bro.
Okay, how many
That's bad.
What
assists?
about the Kings? Hold
That's
on. What about the
horrible.
Kings? How many shots?
That's horrible.
How many shots they put up?
Nah, they
The
shot bad too. They
Kings,
shot bad
the
too.
Kings had 43 three attempts and only made 13 of them.
Yeah, they
Okay,
shot bad.
Oh
that's also
wow.
bad too. But
Yeah,
they
they
shot a
shot
But
lot
bad.
of
we're
threes.
talking
Wow.
They
about
shot a lot of
but
threes too.
see, the assist is completely different here because the Kings had 30 assists while your Chicago Bulls only had 17.
Okay,
Oh my
Exactly.
okay.
God.
Hold on,
And
hold on.
ISO
Pause.
ball.
Pause. Pause.
guess
Hold
who's supposed
on.
to give them
Pause.
that
Hold
is
on.
Lonzo. He's
Pause.
not there.
Pause. Because you, like I said, you don't listen. I just said earlier, bro. The ball kept sticking with Demar.
That's facts.
I mean, okay,
But he only
I
had
figured you was
17
gonna say
shots.
that.
I mean
So
How
18
you
shots
figure?
though.
unstoppable.
How
So
you
explain
figured I
this.
was gonna say
Unstoppable.
that? Oh my god,
Unstoppable. It's
bro.
okay.
That's
Unstoppable.
shot.
You
That's
finished.
shots. That don't mean
Unstoppable. But also,
controlling the
Zach
team.
Levine is the only one on the starters that finished with a plus minus rating because of course he carried the offensive load tonight and they still lost. But the issue is again when you look at these two stars, it's no reason the plus minus it shows your impact as well on the game, especially when you're winning. That's the first thing people talk about when you're winning. Oh, look at their plus minus. So let's look at the plus minus for the two stars that helped the Kings win tonight. For example, let's go ahead and see it. It seemed like Harrison Barnes, De'Aaron Fox, and Sabonis. De'Aaron Fox had 16, Harrison Barnes had 17, and Sabonis only had 11. But when you look at their plus minus, they're +6 for Sabonis, +1 for Barnes, and +8 for De'Aaron Fox. Not to mention Herder, who had a +7 tonight. Then Malik Monk, who came in off the bench with his 20 points and had a +10 on the basketball court.
Oh my
And
god.
they
I
won. You
believe we
gotta
Not to
said
mention,
it's
and they won.
sir, not to mention that the free
you got
throws
to be
they
half-ass
constantly
listening, bro.
making. I'm not capping. This is what
I didn't
he
say you
got.
was. I said you half-ass listening, fam, because you just saying what
I'm
we
not.
said. The defense
I'm
was
saying to say
trash
this.
and the offense was
I'm
trash.
giving Zach
Kings played a better
Levine.
game.
I'm giving Zach Levine
The
the
thing
bulk
that
of it
grabs my attention is
because
that
he
the Kings had 30 assists and the Bulls only had 17.
Right,
17.
and we said earlier that the ball was sticking. I mean, shit, it was the Zach Levine show. That shit. I mean, DeMar DeRozan did okay. Patrick Williams, I mean, okay, I guess 10 points. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him. He'll play good and he digress and he played good. Actually, he had I believe 3 games where he played good. Then that fourth game, he only scored 2 damn points. But then again, he only shot 7 damn times. Vucevic, I'm gonna just say he probably was scared of Sabonis. He didn't want to bang with him. He only had 12 points, 1 assist,
I just
six rebounds. Sabonis had a triple double. You know what I'm saying? Let's not ignore that. Like I said, Zach Levine had a good game, 41 points, 2 assists, and assists got to go up. But then again, shit, them, Ayo Dosunmu, shit, he had he laid an egg. I mean, that's Caruso. Caruso had 0 points. Uh,
Who's
uh,
somebody that game?
Ayo
I'd
Dosunmu
assume that
six
like
points.
4 or some shit. Let me look.
Derrick Jones Jr. the 3 points, Kobe White 7 points, Dragic 2 points, Drummond 2 points. The Ray said this earlier, fam. The offense was just solely mostly like Zach, kind of DeMar. They gotta address the shooting, and again, they gonna have to decide, bro. They gonna have to make
Let
a
me say
big
this as
decision
well.
if they
they
gonna go
already
ahead and
decided,
trade
bro.
DeMar. They haven't decided nothing
No,
because he ain't
they
trading,
didn't.
fam.
They
He ain't
decided.
traded. Well, if
No,
he
I
traded,
said, let me tell you something. I am an advocate. And shout out to Slim. Slim was saying it as well. And if everybody remembers, Brave Kingdom always said, yes, trade DeMar. We, as a Bulls team, all the athletes that we got on our team and picked up, why we let the Lakers be more higher percentage in transition than the Bulls. I said it must be DeMar. You cannot tell me we had 2 dunk champions. Okay, we got guys who can fly up and down the court. And you're telling me we not even top 10 in transition? Are you serious?
well, look, this
That's
It
why.
also
And y'all
means, but
didn't believe me, bro. I said if the
But if you
more
play better
leads,
defense, you'll be
you
able
get
to
a
get
team that's
more
going
in
to
the
move the ball
transition
and
because
move
you'll be able
faster
to.
Well,
up and
if you
down the
know anything
floor.
about the defensive end when it comes to Demar,
This
Demar's
slow
not that
old
good on the
guy.
defensive end, fam. So that goes out the
But
window
neither
right
is
there.
Zach. But hey,
Zach is
you gave him
better
the
than
money,
Demar. Zach is putting in a whole
but you
lot
gave him
better
the money.
effort. Zach is putting in a whole lot more effort
Effort's
than
not
Demar
good
right
enough
now.
when you're
Bro,
losing.
Zach is putting in a whole lot more effort than Demar right
Effort,
now,
I'm
bro.
telling you, bro,
No, you're
respectfully,
not. You're
effort is
capping, bro,
not
because you're not watching
losing.
it. You're
Effort's
not
not
watching
good
it,
enough
fam.
when you're
You're
losing.
not watching. Anyway,
What do
Zach
you mean?
Levine,
You need a
Effort's
Zach
not good
team.
Levine,
enough when
Okay,
you're
Zach
losing, bro.
Levine is
Come
bro,
putting
you
on,
up a
need a
bro.
whole lot
team.
more
You need
effort
a team.
on the
What are you
defense
talking
You
about,
need
my
a
friend?
team for sure,
than
bro. You
Demar.
You
need
need
a
a
team for
team.
sure.
What are we talking about?
You see, it's just y'all,
You need
y'all,
a
y'all vouch
team.
and y'all give excuse for your players, for your teams,
Bro, what do you,
from a
what do
fan
you,
Bro,
so
perspective,
who?
how,
but
okay,
from a organizational
hold on.
perspective, it's a
Okay.
mistake because
Okay,
Zach
Zach
Levine's is
Levine had,
losing.
Zach Levine had 41 points. How many more points did you want him to score then? Because if the team don't matter, how many more points would you want Zach Levine to get, goddammit?
We don't want him to score no more. We want him to stop somebody.
We want somebody to stop. If he goes and gets some steals and gets some maybe
Okay,
steals,
okay,
How
maybe
many steals?
listen,
How
bro.
many
so let me
Listen,
ask
steals?
you a question.
How
bro.
many
They
Let me ask you a
only
steals?
question.
lost by
So
bro.
you're telling me,
How many
I'm
steals? How
telling
many
you,
steals? How many steals?
if you would have
wait, Sabo. So
Because
you're
hold on,
telling me,
let me pop him right quick.
this game, hold on. Wait a
all right,
second.
bro.
So you're telling me if Zach Levine was a lot better defender this game, they would have won and everybody else would start scoring and doing their thing.
I'm saying, Rave, when you're able to intercept the passing lanes with steals, it
Bro,
gives you more time.
bro,
It gives you able to score those transition
bro.
points. That's just being
Zach
simplistic.
So you're
Zach
saying, but
Levine
I'm asking you a question.
had
So you're saying this
4
team wins
steals
the game
tonight, bro.
today.
He
So
had
this,
4 steals. He
you're
was
telling me
playing
this
defense.
team wins the game tonight
What are you
if Zach
talking
Levine
about?
was a better defender.
Zach had 4 steals tonight,
Zach
which
had,
is
So
good.
Zach Levine is a better defender. That means he should be able to get those rebounds. He should be able to block the shots. He should be able to go all the
I mean, he
steals.
only got
No
8
one should be able
rebounds
to
tonight. What are
dribble.
you
You
talking
see
he
how,
about?
only got 8,
delusional
bro.
you
It
guys
just
are.
seems like you
You make
just
no
once you
sense.
get killed with
Lonzo
one, like
Ball, hold
you
up.
try to come
Lonzo
with
Ball
more
is the
BS.
best defender. But I'm not going to ask the Lonzo Ball to block all the shots, all the steals, all the everything. Y'all are ridiculous.
But
You
come
still
on,
need a team.
Rave. That's not what
You
I'm saying,
still
bro.
need a team.
You're
That don't
getting
make no
emotional and you're not missing my
You
point.
know, that
If
doesn't
the
make any
problem
sense to
is
me.
the
I'm
problem
sorry. You're right.
the problem is
My
not
bad.
the issue here.
I agree with you. Zach Levine
What's the
should have been a
let
god
him
on
That's
hang his
defense
fine,
today
tail?
but
with
What's
you
the
one
don't have
problem?
game.
Rave. You don't have
Repeat
to
it one more
agree with me.
time.
I
What's
agree.
the
I'm just
problem?
putting it out there, bro. I'm just putting
Repeat
it
it
out
one more
there.
time.
You
What's the
keep
problem?
sitting here.
Zach Levine should have been the next Antetokounmpo on
Hold
defense.
on,
You're right.
hold on,
They would have
Ray.
won the game.
Let
You're
You
him
right.
see,
let
Dex,
him
you hear
hang his
this?
You're
tail.
right. That's so
Repeat one more
realistic,
time
bro.
Dex, you hear
for us.
So
this?
What's the
realistic,
problem?
bro.
What's
Dex,
the
your
problem?
superstar that you pay money for to play better defense is a big
Chad,
issue.
it's
Bro, he
realistic.
had 4
Chad, they
steals
will
Dex,
be
tonight.
that's
What
the
are we
issue.
talking
it's
about?
realistic
Dex,
for
where are
Zach
we falling
Levine
in
to
this
turn this
world, Dex?
He
Where a
had
defense.
4
superstar gets paid
steals.
$2 million,
No,
He had
no.
and he's
This is
getting
what I'm
asked to
saying.
play
4 steals.
better defense.
I agree.
He
This
had
is what I'm
4
saying.
steals. What are
Four
you talking
steals,
about?
yeah,
Come
four
on, bro.
steals. Listen, 4 steals. That's top notch. That's top notch
What are you
because he
talking about,
prevented
fam?
8 points. Hopefully, they scored on those 4. But if he didn't score, at least he stopped the potential 8 points, right? But what I'm saying is not just this game. I'm talking about the games that they're losing that they should win, or what teams that they're losing
Thank
that they
you.
should win, and neither one of Zach nor Demar is really stepping up to play defense like they walking through these games.
Zach
Like they just
Levine,
sleepwalking through these games.
Dex, haven't I said, yo, something got to be going on with Zach because he been playing like shit.
Yeah, either he's
Keep
injured.
making
Well, it's not an excuse, bro. It's obvious. You can look at him and be like, yo, what the fuck is going on with Buddy, bro? He is not himself. And he needed and hold
y'all,
on,
just to let you know,
and he needs to get it together. I have said more than once, like, bro, he not playing like he signed for a $215 million. I said DeMar playing like he played like he just got paid $215
That's what I'm
million.
saying. That's all
I
I'm
have
saying.
said
I
that
agree with
more
that.
than once, bro. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
ask me how much Pat Williams got on steals this game. Somebody ask me.
How many
Pat Williams?
He only got 1 steal.
Okay,
oh,
but he's
you mean
not,
that's the exact same total that Zach Levine has had the last 10 games? 1 steal.
But Patrick Williams is not the type of guy to get you steals. He's
What?
supposed to get you like straight up
The
stops.
last 10 games, Zach Levine has only averaged
Okay,
steals.
Isn't Patrick Williams like 6'8", 6'9"?
So what are we talking about here?
Okay.
One
I got
steal.
something for you. Okay, I got something for you. Ask me what are
That's not true.
quote
That's more
unquote
than that,
supposed
though.
to be
No,
our
unstoppable. That is true.
You're
That's
funny.
a fact. That is true.
Ask me. Okay, ask me. The 7-footer on our team, how much steals and blocks he has on our team.
Come on, Vooch.
We're not looking for a center to steal now.
Blocks.
Yeah,
More
but
than steals, bro.
he's the 7-footer in the freaking paint, right? So ask me how much.
Yeah, but not for steals. Blocks.
Okay, but ask me
You
how
talking
much.
about? You said for steals?
Okay,
Vooch,
my bad.
you said the last 10 games. No, I'm asking a question.
Ask me how
Steals
much.
and blocks, the last 10 games has been 0.5 and 0.8.
Ask me how much blocks a 7-footer who sits in the fucking paint.
I mean, that's not his game, though.
Ask me how much blocks.
But that's not his game. But okay.
Ask me how much blocks he got.
As of the last 10 games, he's had about 0.5 blocks. As of this game,
Kings game.
He's only had a block this game. So he's only had a block this game.
He only had one block.
Correct.
So you expect Zach LaVine, who is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches shorter than Vucevic, supposed to have all these defensive stats?
No, Ray. No, Ray. That's not Ray. Let me repeat myself. Ray, let me repeat myself because you're wrong.
Bro,
just because Zach LaVine gets 4 steals tonight, it doesn't change the fact when he did the last 10 games. He hasn't stepped up on the defensive end.
This proves my point.
He had more than 10 steals in 10 games, bro. You wrong about
No,
that.
he's had 1 steal in the last 10 games.
Oh, sir. Vucevic in 4 quarters, in 4 efforts.
For sure, you don't have to believe me.
Sir.
No, you said he had a total of 10 games out of 10 steals.
No, sir. I said the last 10 games he had 1 steal.
No.
Look it up.
Don't do this.
Vucevic.
Hey, that's fine. Rewind the tape, Goofy.
Bro,
okay, I will.
What? Vucevic had 6 rebounds in a total of 4 quarters. That's bad. Vooch only has 6 rebounds in 4 quarters.
But that's not Vucevic's game, though.
But you want to sit
That's
here
not his game.
Zach is supposed to just be this defensive god. When these niggas
But
can't even
damn, the nigga been get $200 million a year, and you mean to tell me you can only get 1 steal the last 10 games, bro? You need to step that defense up. That's a fact. Just because you get 4 steals in a game, it doesn't change the fact that you just averaged a steal the last 10 games.
That don't make no steal. That makes no sense to me, bro. Bro, how tall is Zach LaVine? 6'5"?
Come on, man. You gotta stop doing that. Come on. There's plenty of 6-foot guys in the league right now that plays good defense. Don't do that.
Is a 6'5" shooting guard. You act like this nigga supposed to be a fucking defensive god. What?
No, but I expect him to get something. He got paid 200. He got paid the max contract, bro. I expect him to get more steals than what he got, bro. Respectfully, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that.
Bro, they didn't give that nigga $200 million to play like a defensive god. No sense.
What are you talking
about? The issue, Dex. I'm talking about Dex. People gotta understand when you get that max contract, bro, you gotta step up your game more. It doesn't matter if you're dropping 41 points, bro.
That Zach LaVine has had the last 10 games.
Yeah, see, you're wrong, bro.
No, I wasn't. I said he had the exact same skills.
No, you're wrong, fam. You're wrong.
No, I'm not.
He had 2 versus the Warriors, fam. That's more than 1.
Sure.
He had 2 versus the Celtics, fam. That's more than 1.
Okay.
You were wrong. L, bro. L.
That's not really an L, bro, because the last 10 games right here, I have for a fact the last 10 games right here, sir, he has only averaged 1 steal. But it's okay, though, sir.
You were wrong, fam. You were wrong.
Just because you get two steals here and there, sir, it doesn't change the effect of his averages. His average of steals are low, bro.
You were wrong. You don't do your homework.
The average of steals are low, bro.
Take your L. You were wrong.
All right, for sure, bro.
You were wrong.
All right, bro. This is what happens, bro. You got it, bro.
Unstoppable.
You got it, unstoppable. I'm not gonna argue with you. When I got the stats right here in your face and you want to negate the facts, I'm not gonna have a conversation with you, brother. You got it.
Steals versus the Kings. He had 2 versus the Warriors. He had 0 versus the Suns. He had 1 versus the Jazz. He had 1 versus the Thunder. He had 1 versus the Bucks.
So what is his average, Goofy? What's his average? What is his average? What is his average? What is his average? How many steals he get the last 10 games? The last 10 games.
Hey,
Ray, what's up?
How many for sure?
Unstoppable.
You can't tell me.
The other center behind Vucevic.
For sure, man. I ain't never seen a group of niggas, bro, pump fake for Zach LaVine so much than what they do.
Behind Vucevic,
this boy gets
unstoppable. Ask me the center behind Vucevic what his defensive stats was on this great Kings game. Go ahead, tell me.
If I would have guessed, it probably wasn't shit because he probably didn't play like that.
One rebound,
what did he
0
have?
steals, 0 assists, 0 blocks, and that is the second behind Vucevic, bro.
Can I ask you this?
Bro,
how many minutes he played?
Don't make no
how many minutes
sense.
He played?
If the team,
you can't argue with this shit. You can't argue with this stuff, bro.
Bro, if the team,
sure, Zach don't got to play no defense, bro. Fine, you're right, bro. Zach don't got to play no defense.
What are you talking about?
You're right. Zach plays he don't got to play no defense. He can put up 30, 40 points a night. And as long as he's putting up 30, 40 points a night, I guess we expect the other players to play defense and get injured because your superstar guy, who you paid $200 million for, can't defend. And then you keep telling me, oh, that's not good. Oh, he dropped 41 tonight. It's a team sport. You're right. It is a team sport. But at the end of the day, he's the highest paid person right now on the team.
So
He needs to get accountability. And he needs to step up, bro.
Let me make sure I got understanding. You said he played good, but it wasn't good enough. That's basically what you're saying, right?
Yes, he played good, wasn't good enough. He did get the dub because the dub is all that matters.
But I guess this best wasn't good enough.
41 points don't mean nothing when you lose by 9.
4 steals. Okay. All right.
It don't mean nothing if you lose by 9.
Okay. All right.
Did he get the win or not? Right. Does it matter if you got 41 if you lose?
Just for
oh my God, Zed, do you hear this? They're giving people participation trophies for getting 41 in a loss.
That's the NBA these days. All participation trophies. Yeah.
What are participation trophies, bro?
You're the GOAT if you lose 6 finals now.
Right. I gotta hear that goofy stuff, man. It's stupid. Man, miss me, man. It's goofy. Boy can drop 41 points and all is forgotten. Like he didn't just get him on a.
Okay, so I
don't want to argue, bro.
I guess that mean the game that when Giannis played the Lakers that's his fault too, right?
I mean, I'm 100% with everybody. I'm mad that we didn't beat the Lakers. That 39 points was good, bro. Listen to me. That 39 points was okay, but Giannis couldn't get it done.
Was it his fault? Yes or no?
He couldn't get it done.
Was it his fault? Yes or no?
Yes, because as the leader, you're supposed to get it done and win for your team at home.
Okay.
That's inexcusable, respectfully.
Salute Anthony Davis, Wilt Chamberlain.
The same person, the same. He is a franchise leader, and that's what Giannis is supposed to do. Giannis was supposed to get that dub. He didn't produce.
Giannis needs to step it up on defense, bro, because Zach LaVine
step it up on defense.
He had more steals.
Step it up on defense.
Giannis
step it up on defense. Boy, you know you trolling, right? Boy, you know you trolling, right?
Hey, have we heard
Giannis got more? All right, bro, for sure. You're trolling me now, bro. So I'm gonna troll you back now.
Zero steals versus the Lakers. He has 0 steals versus the Knicks. He has one steal.
I'm trying to prevent from paying me. I'm trying to
hope
these brothers work it out.
I'm just being patient.
He has 0.
You hear this, bro?
He had 2.
I must be getting used to this insane asylum. You see it, Isaiah. You see it.
Hey, bro, I ain't saying nothing, bro. Hey, Zed,
he need to step it up, bro.
I'm gonna just let these people talk, bro.
Hey,
just said
you
Giannis.
believe Brook Lopez might get defensive player of the year?
Is he really trying to make a case that Zach LaVine is playing better defense than Giannis?
Hold on.
I'm done, bro. No, bro. You got it, bro. Hey, Zen, he got it, bro. I'm not finna. That's not what I'm finna argue with.
He had 1 block. Versus the Knicks,
not finna argue with you.
Versus the Mavs, he had no blocks. Versus
the
Cavaliers, he had 2 blocks. Versus the Bulls, he had no blocks. Versus the Trailblazers, he had no blocks.
I feel for Coach Tomlin.
1 block. Versus the Cavaliers, he had 0 blocks.
Get all the blocks. Hey, that's fine. Get all the blocks Fine. You can say
What are
Giannis
you saying?
is that's
So,
Okay,
is Giannis
fine.
the one
all right,
defense?
Okay, bro. I'm
guys,
not
hold on
finna
one
argue
second.
with this
You
goofy
can't
Jack.
argue with facts, stupid
I'm
Okay,
ass.
not arguing with this goofy nigga
hold
because
on,
when I give him
Unstoppable,
facts, he want to
Unstoppable.
buy plays.
You
That was
guys
that goofy
always have
shit.
a sword fight.
I'm not arguing with this goofy nigga, bro. That's what I'm not finna do.
I'm just proving your logic is dumb as
Nah,
hell. That's all I'm
I
doing.
don't give a fuck about none of that,
Proving your
bro.
logic is
Respect. I don't care
stupid.
about none of that, bro.
Your logic is stupid.
Okay. Your
Dumb.
logic is stupid.
It's
You
dumb.
pay this nigga
It's
$214 million.
dumb.
Y'all,
Hey,
this is for
Rave,
y'all.
it's funny, Rave, how he'll go and pull up the facts about my player, right? Who he says, and I quote, hasn't been stepping up defensively. He put up the stats that said that it isn't, right? But
I
again,
said you
You
got to
think
say
Giannis is tired?
everything.
Is Giannis
Say
tired?
everything. I
you
said
think
if we're gonna go by your logic, we're gonna go by your logic because you talked about Zach LaVine steals.
Giannis is a defensive player. He won Defensive Player of the
My
Year.
God, bro. Oh my God, you're not listening.
Go ahead, on stop. Go ahead, bro. You got it,
I
bro.
said we're gonna go by that dumbass logic what you just said. Then I said he
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
good
stupid.
defensively in that Laker game, right?
Back to you, Ray.
Oh my God, this dude is
Back to
clown, bro.
hey, Dex. You know what? Unstoppable. You're absolutely
This
right.
dude's a
I don't
clown,
bring no
bro.
facts to my argument, so
You
we don't
don't.
need to
You
be
didn't bring
arguing
no
no more.
facts, bro.
I don't need to bring no facts to this argument, so we don't need to argue no more. Then I'm not wasting my time on niggas who
You
don't want to
saying
pay
shit
attention.
that I already said, fam. I
I'm
said
not
Zach
paying
LaVine
shit
need
on
to step
niggas
up.
who
I
not finna
said
argue.
Zach
I'm
LaVine need to
done.
step it up.
I got
I
4
said Zach
minutes and
LaVine.
20 seconds left in my game.
I'm a
After
grown
this,
man.
y'all
Hold
can
on.
do
We got
what
to
y'all
update.
want
We
to
got
do.
to update. We got to update. Rave, we got to update. Go ahead, Zen.
I got like 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in my game. We up by 12. Dame with the rock. We got Dame back on the court. It's beautiful to see. They're a whole different team with him around. So Blazers just closing out Indiana right now.
That's good.
Back to you, Dex.
Indiana
Hey,
sliding?
Thunder, I agree with you, fam. I agree 100%.
Halliburton's out tonight, so we'll give him a pass. I would rather he be there to play,
Hey, I
but he's
wanted to
not.
pop his head with something else too.
Maybe you wouldn't rather be there
I
because
just wanted to say that
it could
Giannis
be an
shit.
L.
No, I'd rather him be there because
I mean, you can,
I'd
bro. I
rather
mean, at the end of the
win
day, I
or
would still pick
lose to
Giannis
your
over
home
Zach
team.
LaVine when it comes to
Anybody
defense.
would pick.
Hold on,
Anybody with a
fellas.
brain would pick Giannis over Zach LaVine, bro.
Unstoppable. Hold on 1 second. Zen was giving an update.
My bad, Zan, for rudely interrupting you.
No,
Back to
it's
you,
cool.
Zen.
It's cool. I'm into the game, bro. So, like I said, we up by 15
Give us some stats. Give us some stats.
3 minutes left of the game. Let me look, see what's going on with the stats. But like I said at the beginning of the season, I see Portland and Sacramento fighting it out. Whether that's whatever position they're going to find themselves in at the end of the
The 10th
season,
seed? They fighting for the 10th seed?
I'm not going to claim that. I'm sure the Lakers will be struggling to get there. Simons. Okay, I'm looking at last night. My bad.
That's some shade.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will be, as well as they're playing now. It ain't gonna last. Let's see. Buddy Hield tonight, future Laker, 8 for 17 for 22 points. Nembhard, the guy who beat the Lakers last week or a couple nights ago, he's 6 for 11. He's got 14 points. Miles Turner, also likely a future Laker. He's 10 for 16, 24 points for him. Naismith, 3 for 8, former Boston Celtic Naismith. And Jay Smith, 3 for 8 from the floor to lead the Pacers. For Portland, Jeremy Grant has 28 on 9 for 21. That's not very good, but we'll take it. Yusuf Nurkic has 18 on 7 for 12. Lillard, 19 on 6 for 15. Hart, 11 on 5 for 8. Simons has 22 on 8 for 14. All the starters are in double digits at this point. Not much off the bench. Eubanks, Winslow, and Watford chipping in a couple, but Josh Hart, 10 rebounds. That sticks out. For Indiana, no other outstanding performers. Nembhard has 8 rebounds and 6 rebounds and 8 assists to go with his 16 points. But without Tyrese Halliburton, Indiana ain't gonna be Indiana.
All right, bro. Yeah, okay.
So I wish he was there because I'd rather win or lose to your team with your full complement because I don't want there to be no excuses. That's all. Same for me. I want the whole teams there so they can, so we can see who's who. Because at the end of the season, it's gonna come down to that for the most part.
You're a man of morals. Because I'd rather play your G League team.
Oh shit.
I like competition, Dex. That's why I don't need to gamble because I'll probably go ape shit.
I feel you. I want the best odds possible.
Hey, Dex, I have a question for Dex.
What up,
Yes, sir.
It's funny, Dex, because I ask, people ask me why I'm so focused on Zach LaVine stepping up or why I'm telling, or why you also focus more on Zach LaVine stepping up is because you paid the guy a contract, Dex. We all know that DeMar DeRozan is leaving. He's gone. So we need him to step up if that's going to be the leader of your team.
I feel you on that.
If that's a championship piece, he got to step up as a championship piece.
Zach
you already
LaVine
giving
should
them
be
championship
skyrocketing
piece
right now.
money.
Because how can you play? How can you play that well when you poor, and then when you get rich, you start to take it easy, like it's a walk in the park?
I ain't never seen somebody just fall off like that. Get a $200 million
He ain't
contract.
fall off. He ain't fall off.
I'm not fall off, but he's not playing up to his contract.
Oh my God, this guy.
It's embarrassing. I'm just being honest.
Are you being premature when you say that? Because it's not even All-Star break.
Of course he is.
I mean, honestly, Dex, you know what, Dex? You're right. I'm probably being a little bit too soon about it.
Yeah.
A little bit judgy, you can say that. So I ain't gonna say nothing about Zach LaVine until All-Star break. If the record doesn't improve by All-Star break, Dex, he's not playing up to his contract, Dex. When I come with this smoke, I don't want nobody trying to duck him. I don't want nobody trying to duck and dodge and give so many excuses. So we'll wait All-Star break, Dex. I feel like that's fair.
Cowboys score. What's that Dallas Cowboys
score? For
score?
the record, what should he be averaging? Because you
Cowboys.
What you said?
Cowboys in Indy. It was 47-19.
It's what?
Cowboys. 47-19 Cowboys.
47?
Okay, come on.
47.
Oh my God! They trying to make sure nobody asks no questions
37,
about Jerry Jones being in that picture when he was 14.
Right. Go ahead, Unstoppable.
Oh my God! They
Get too
killed
racial
that team.
We gotta tone things down.
I ain't hear
What
you
about
say,
Jerry
Blake?
Jones being in the picture is controversial? What you mean?
Well, I mean, like I said, you could always talk that over with whoever you want offline, but I ain't trying to have no racial conversations on the channel, man. So I mean, that just is what it is, man.
Mike LeVar, stay in your lane. Whatever, clown.
Dak Prescott 20 for 30 tonight. He only has 170 yards.
Yeah, whatever.
He's not having no
touchdowns.
big games. I noticed that, Zen. He's not having any big games.
Nah, but I mean, efficient. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Only sacked 1 time for 5 yards. Passer rating of 100. Not bad. 100.7.
What about Zeke?
Let's see. I know he was getting off 17 for 77. He's 4.5 yards a carry, so he's doing great. Broke a 22-yarder. CeeDee Lamb, I saw him get a big catch. He's 2 for 23.
Man, where they get all them points at then? Did Pollard run crazy?
It's Zack, well, shoot. Let me see who else got touchdowns. Yeah, Pollard got two touchdowns. He 12 carries for 91 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely Pollard. And then Prescott has 3 touchdowns throws. So they've had drives.
Yeah, man. It's been crazy, man.
They put it on them drives.
Y'all hear me?
Right. Yeah, Unstoppable. Go ahead.
Yo, Ted. No. I wanted Ted to, he been trying to say something, so I want him to go ahead.
Go ahead, Ted.
What's up, bro?
What up with you, family? I know you wanted to say something. You've been waiting for your turn, so I want to hear what you got to say about this.
No, I'm multitasking, so I'm patient with it. But and specifically, what you want to hear something about?
You said what?
I said be more specific. What you want?
Well, I guess we was talking about this whole Zach LaVine thing, and he needs to step it up more and stuff like that.
At the end of the day, they'll get it together, man. They're trying to push themselves into a positive direction. I mean, obviously, I think Marquez is just he's nitpicking, so it's all good. I can't really argue it. He's just being Marquez.
Okay, it's nitpicking for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I respect your reasons.
So it's nitpicking.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Nah, it's cool. Nah, I respect his reasons as to why he's doing what he's doing, but at the same time, I mean, the season just started, so they're still trying to find themselves, regardless of how you look at it. In terms of defense, everybody knows DeRozan doesn't play defense. Zach LaVine plays a little bit more defense than DeRozan, so it's not really an argument between the two of them. I mean, that's obvious. You seen what Zach LaVine did overseas for the USA team. So at the end of the day, we already know who plays defense and who don't, or who's liable to play more defense and who's liable not to. So it's not much of a debate to me. I'm just enjoying you guys going back and forth. But you know,
Ted, do you
I
feel
For
was
like
sure,
it?
right?
Ted, do you feel like roster construction has anything to do with it?
I mean the roster is constructed how it is. Like I said before, these boys just gotta dig deep and start feeling embarrassed. And if they truly care about the game the way they're supposed to, then you'll see who steps their game up. Um,
I gotta
in
say,
ter-
I'm really disappointed in Alex Caruso so far this season, not really making that big of an impact.
um, how would I respond to that? Well, just remember he had a backcourt mate in
Yeah,
Lonzo. You
yeah.
understand? So pretty much he could possibly feel like he's gonna put the work in by himself because we already know the team itself doesn't put it that much work in on the defensive end. But
Mm.
when you got Lonzo back there with you, it's kind of a motivational factor for you.
I thought
So
Io was a defensive specialist, though. It seemed like him and Io should be pretty formidable back there.
well, Io's young.
Right.
He got a lot of experience last year, but at the same time, mindset. You got to give a damn about mindset. Some players it don't just like everyday life. Certain things just don't click until they click. You understand? You
Right.
can't expect everybody to get it all at the same time. So he's young. He you got to give him time to mature. Despite the experience he had last year, yeah, us as fans, we'd hope that he'd turn it on this year, but at the end of the day, it's up to him to turn it on. It's not us to turn it on for him. You understand?
Right.
So, I think he'll get it. You understand? I mean, the team started off pretty bad. Hopefully, they could turn it around a little bit. And I'll be honest with you, it's just the Lonzo effect. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it really is the Lonzo effect. People try to get at Alonso for not being vocal, but leadership comes in different type of ways. You understand? So sometimes,
Absolutely.
yeah, Alonso is not necessarily the person that's gonna sit there and yell and all of that good stuff, but sometimes just presence, his presence alone, the
Hmm.
actions that he perform, the things that he do, the things that other people don't do that he does do, and you're able to visualize it, kind of helps you change your game a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
leadership is not yelling and screaming. It's setting the best possible example,
You said
and
it's
exactly.
not being Dalen Terry,
it's not yelling and screaming. It's setting the best possible
There
example,
you go
and
with that.
the
and
leader.
when you once you
That's
get
that's,
that
that's the
example
leader,
set,
unstoppable, right?
Dan and Terry,
but
Philly.
Absolutely.
once that's been established, if the leader has to raise their voice, it should be a rare thing. It should be a very rare thing, and when they do, their subordinates are going to shudder because they're not accustomed to having somebody yell. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I went through basic training in the army. They don't yell at you the whole time. Yeah, that's the movies.
Nah, it comes
That's the
time when you
movies.
need to. It
Right?
comes time when you
I
need
mean,
to.
if you treat care of yourself well, they're not going to yell at you at all. They're just going to give you
Yeah.
He's saying
commands
both.
and tell you
What was
which way
that
to
movie
go. You
with
know what I mean?
Lou Gossett Jr. was the commanding officer?
You talking about
Oh, you talking? Oh, the Strike
Full
Eagle,
Metal
the
Jacket,
Iron Eagle.
No, not Full Metal Jacket.
You talking about
Platoon?
Iron Eagle?
No, that's not it.
Oh no, Iron Eagle was the shit though. You
What was the
talking about? I
guy's
know what
name?
you're talking about. Lou
Lou Gossett
Gossett
Jr.
Jr.
Hmm.
Iron Eagle was my shit. There was like
Full
four of
Metal
them
Jacket.
things
That was a
too.
good movie, though. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yes, classic. Can't go wrong with classic.
But never. But I wanted to ask Talent Ted.
What's up?
When Lonzo get back and the ship doesn't right away, will they put all the shift on Lonzo, or where does it go then?
No, it can't go on Lonzo. Number one, when Lonzo comes back, you got to understand. First thing first, he needs to get into NBA
Everybody
shape.
down low.
So nobody can knock him for anything. It's gonna take him about a month for him to even, catch up to the speed of the game again. Um, Yes, he's still gonna affect the game because IQ is
There
not
we go.
something that you need to go to the gym for. You understand? That's the beauty of Alonzo. So his IQ is gonna show up on the court. But
Thank you, Lamont, officer and the gentleman.
he's gonna have to get back
Yeah, with
into
Richard
game
Gere.
shape. He's gonna have to get back into game shape. Period. So they can't put anything on Lonzo. They re-signed the coach. How could you blame Lonzo for anything? Your front office
Okay,
need to look.
I'm just ready for the C Red Nation just to
Right.
become volcanic when Lonzo get back and the Bull might go on a 3-game slide or something.
I have a
Nah,
question
I
for
don't.
you.
I could just hear it.
Nah. When he gets back, I promise. Well, the
Coming off the
schedule
bench, more than
is
likely.
not gonna really allow that to happen. Because
Mhm.
their schedule is actually flip flop from last year. So they actually started off easy last year. It's the other way around. They started off hard this year. So the schedule gets easier for them. So hopefully when he gets back, he's able to just merge right in and hopefully they winning already and he could just help them continue winning. But nah, I don't think they're gonna get into too many slides. Not no slide that they wouldn't get into anyway.
Hey,
But once
I
he
have a question for you, Dante.
yeah, bro.
Drew. Um,
Unstoppable or Ted?
I said Ted. By the way.
You said
If,
unstoppable, but all right.
all right.
You
Can I make
I
my
love
point
you
first?
too, man. You
Make my
guys are
question.
good,
Okay.
good entertainers.
Unstoppable Ted.
Right.
Thank
Nah,
you.
chill.
Long as it's
Thank
being
you.
known that he did say my name, but okay.
All right, Ted.
Yes, sir.
Um, is this I'm asking you a simple question. Is this a poorly built roster? If the star defender goes down and there's nobody else that can basically do what he can do, or at least try to do their best impression of it, is that a
Well,
badly built team?
I mean, I heard you speak on that before. No, I know Deck said they're poorly managed, which is a nice terminology, but nah, it's not badly constructed, bro. Um, there's only so many players in the league that can do what Lonzo does. You got to account for that. Like he's a rare breed. You understand? The Patrick Beverleys don't you know, come that often, especially these days. So nah, they're not poorly constructed. Um, they badly managed, and I agree with Dex. Yeah, I think the coach
Okay.
is the problem. I do think the coaching is the problem.
Hmm.
He's supposed to be able to get everything he can out of his players, and he's not doing that at the moment. He hasn't been doing that since he's been there. Ever since he acquired those stars. I mean, when you
But
have two, go ahead.
no, go ahead, continue.
Now I was gonna say when you got two elite scorers like that, it shouldn't be too hard to motivate one of the other players to become a guard, bro. Like being a guard is simply passing the ball.
Mm,
You understand? Facilitating. That's your job. So you can't allow the two stars to score and facilitate. So you're supposed to be able to put them in their place. Like that's your job as a coach. You're supposed to say, these are the facilitators and you guys are the scorers. Like every minute you guys don't have to score and try to facilitate yourself. I will give them credit lately. DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine have been passing the ball to each other, so that counts. You gotta account for that. If they facilitate to each other, being that they such dynamic scorers, is gonna help the team out a lot. But you still got to get the whole team involved. Everybody got to pick a position, and you got to play that position.
interesting. So at the end of the day, you said like you and Unstoppable and Rave have said in the past, it's a team effort. So no matter what, no matter how much they're paid, certain star players are given, in a sense, not an excuse, but in a sense, they get not as much of the blame because there's so many other aspects in the game that he can't control, and I understand that. But Ted and to everybody on the panel, the man was paid 200, about 214. I say around that mark. I'm not sure, but about 200 plus million to
Yeah, well,
essentially be a piece in what the Bulls consider a run for a championship because that's that championship piece money that you get.
Well,
Only certain few get that money in the league. So when they give you
well,
that money, it's them saying, and I quote, "You are that guy, and you're that piece that we want to win a championship with." And it might seem like it's nitpicking, but from his past experience, I from his past experience, I know you can say again, he didn't have a team around him, he didn't have a roster, and it's like I understand that, but also it's up to an organization's job to build the team around you. So it's like it's a double-edged sword. It's like they want to give him the contract to be a championship piece. I'm not saying he's going to be a loser because he's not a talented player. I'm saying he's going to be a loser because I don't believe this organization can make the correct moves to get him a championship roster.
well, to combat that, like you kind of talking out of two sides. y- I don't know how the best way for me to explain what you're saying. What you're blaming is accurate, but you can't merge the player with the head office. The head office makes their decisions. So if they decide to pay him, I mean, he's paid. They're the ones that got
Okay,
to make the decision as to put whatever money around him. But at the end of the day, they made the decision to pay him. So once that decision is
right.
made, like it's over.
You're
You're
right.
gonna
So
get.
at the end of the day, he can be a loser. He don't.
Well,
He
hold
can
on. Let
have
me
proved nothing in this league so far,
let
but
me
be a
hold you
dunk
right there.
contest championship, be a
Nah,
dunk contest
I gotta,
champion or whatnot,
nah, I gotta
and
combat
still
what
get
you're
his money.
saying. Hold on, I gotta combat what you're saying because you just said you're not gonna say he's a loser, and then you also said that you'll put the blame on the head office, but you're also putting him in that category. You
I
understand? You
mean,
can't really merge it all together, like I said before. You gotta understand, and you also said that they need to put a certain roster around them. So my question to you is, which one is it? Like, you
honestly,
understand?
I'm trying to say face be 100% honest, but if we're being honest and we're just being authentic and being real, he's going to give you the numbers because he's an offensive talent,
Okay.
but he's not the person. He's not a guy. He's not the lead. He's not the reason you're going to win the championship. He's going to be at most a second option or the second best player on your team of winning a championship. And there's nothing
Well,
wrong with that.
well, you got to factor
But
in one. You got to factor in one thing. DeMar DeRozan is there, so and most teams don't win it with just one player. Like sometimes you do need two headstrong or two lead players to play that role. So regardless, he got to take a step back or you got to take a step forward. It all depends on who's his running mate, so to speak. You understand? So I mean, I my whole thing is just that you gotta make sense of what you're saying. Like you gotta kind of like put logic to what you're saying. So what you're saying is accurate. The blame may be accurate, but sometimes you got to step back and see what's exactly going on. So he
I
does have
mean,
a
how
running.
I understand that part, but the issue with that is you can't expect people to not do that because people are going to up their favorite player no matter what. At the end of the day, everybody on this panel are fans, and no matter what, they're going to up their player. I
Okay,
expect Unstoppable to boost up Zach Levine because he's a fan of the Bulls, and that would be a sign of disrespect. Just how that's just how I would defend Giannis if I know clearly it's nonsense. And Unstoppable try to do facts for the last 10 games to build up a case or a narrative that Zach Levine was a better defensive player than Giannis. And that was something I'm not going for.
That's not what I said, bro.
nah,
You half ass listen to me.
But it
that's
is what it
virtually
is. I mean,
impossible.
you can say
There's a
say what you
size
want to say, but
difference.
when you pull up
Look
the
at the size
stats,
difference, though, bro.
but
I don't believe he would say something
again,
if he said that he crazy. But because
I
there's
mean,
a
when you
huge
start comparing Zach Levine to
All you gotta do, fam,
Giannis,
is rewind the
when
tape,
you
bro. You
compare
didn't hear
Zach
what I
Levine to
said.
no, I
Giannis
believe you.
in a
No. I
defensive
know you do. I'm
conversation,
talking about
that's
Marquez.
blasphemous. That's just
Yeah,
simple blasphemous,
no,
honestly.
you can't compare Zach Levine to to
Giannis.
Chris. No, it can't.
So why would he
Especially
bring up Giannis when we're talking about defense?
Defensively, you can't compare them. Offensively, you possibly could.
Right.
Rewind the tape, bro. I said by your crazy ass logic.
But we're talking about defensively. He brought
And
the
I said by your crazy ass logic, because you
last
said
team.
Zach LaVine wasn't doing anything defensively. I said, bro, and I read his numbers off to you. Then I said, if I'm looking at this, even though Giannis is the defensive player of the year, and of course Giannis is way better than Zach LaVine defensively, me looking at these numbers 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 0, 1, 2, then he ain't doing nothing defensively. Then we gonna say that. That's what I said.
Okay, bro. And I'm saying at the end of the day, people are gonna have their opinions because
it ain't an opinion. I'm going. Well, we would say this.
Everybody's gonna have their opinion.
Yes,
Everybody's gonna have
it's
their
an
facts.
opinion. It's a crazy ass opinion that you
And just
made.
how, and I
what
quote,
made
there's
me say
facts out
that.
there.
That's why I said,
There's
then
facts out
what
there
would
that
you
can fit
say
your
about
narrative,
his
bro.
defense for the last? Realize
There's
I
facts
said.
out there that can fit your
Realize
narrative.
I said the last 10 games because you brought up the last.
It is what it
games.
is, though. I got no issue
Bro,
with it.
you said the last.
I just know
10
that when we see you in the playoffs,
You said the last
we
10
said. I just
games.
know
Stop
that
trying
when
to
we
move
see
it.
you in the
Bro, stop
playoffs,
trying to move it
hopefully,
along. Stay on track,
when we see
fam.
you in the
You
playoffs, we're gonna
said the
dog walk
last
you.
10 games he
Honestly,
has done
it is
nothing
what it is.
defensively. After I read off them
I mean,
steals
the
and
record
whatnot.
shows that.
And I said it to you if
The
he's
record
so
shows
good,
that.
if he's so good defensively, I'm expecting blocks and steals, to be honest.
Our
Like
team got the.
I don't
Okay, bro.
see many blocks, to be honest, and I don't see many
That's
steals.
fine.
So does this mean he's not doing good
Okay,
defensively either?
you're right. Giannis has
I
not
know I'm
been
right.
a
I
better
know I'm
defensive
right.
player
Go
the
to the
last 10
last 10
games
games
than
because
Zach.
you go to the last 10 games, bro.
Giannis has
Last
not
10
been a better
games.
player the last 10 games than
I didn't
Zach.
say
You're right.
player. He's obviously
There you
been
go.
a better player, but see, there you go trying to spin it again.
No, that's
There you go.
fine. You said that
There
Giannis
you go
defensively
trying.
the
No,
last 10 games,
I
when you bring up
said
those stats,
no. You have to say
is not better
everything. I
than Zach
said
the
if
last
we're
10
gonna
games.
go by no, I said we're gonna go by your logic. Your logic. What you
Oh, my
said. That
logic.
is
I just
not
brought
good
up the
enough.
stats from the last
That
10
is
games.
not good enough. That is not good enough. I said if
Okay,
we go
that's
to
fine.
Giannis,
You don't have to believe
if
that.
we
But the
go to
record, my
Giannis,
record,
what do you? No, we're not talking
shows
about record. There
otherwise.
you go trying to spin
My
it
record
again.
shows otherwise.
There you go trying to spin it again.
I'm not
Again.
spinning it. The defense is not a problem. You're
I
trying to
said,
argue
bro.
defense with
I
Giannis, and we
said,
got one of
bro.
the top
If
defenses
we're
in the
gonna
league
go,
right
if
now.
these steals is
You're
not
trying
good,
to
and you
compare
said
a
these steals are
team
not good
and the
enough.
Bulls whose
If
defense
we
ain't
go
all
to
that to the
Giannis,
Bucks. We
if
have
we go to
great caliber
Giannis, and I'm
defense,
looking
bro.
at
What are you
these
talking
steals,
about, bro?
he has no
What
steals.
are you talking
He
about,
has
man?
no steals. He has no blocks. Would you say
Steals?
Giannis?
Okay, for sure.
Would you say Giannis is playing bad on defense right now? That's what I said, fam.
I
Stop trying
mean,
to spin it.
I'm not saying. Hey,
You
that's
is saying it,
okay,
fam.
bro.
You said he hasn't been doing good on defense.
I'm really not
Matter of
though
fact,
unstoppable,
you know
but
what?
you're trying
I'm
to
not
flip
gonna
it
say
to fit your
you
narrative.
said Zach
But that's
LaVine
what happens
hasn't
with
been
debates.
playing
You
any
flip
defense,
your narrative.
and you said
So I'm not mad at you, bro.
we're
I'm
gonna
just not
keep
gonna
it.
take
If
it
we're gonna keep
seriously.
it a
At the end
buck,
of the day, it's
you
a
said
debate.
this game right here
It's
because
not
you're
like
trying to
niggas
spin
gonna
it.
lose sleep
You
over
trying
it.
to spin it. You trying to dodge and weed this
No,
work,
I'm
but you're
really
not
not,
gonna
bro.
dodge and weed
I
this
don't
work,
care
fam.
enough.
You
I
not,
don't care
I
enough.
know you don't care because when you get your
I
ass
don't
whooped,
care
you
enough.
don't care.
Because I know at
When
the
you
end of the
getting that
day,
ass whooped,
at
when
the
you
end of the
getting
day,
that
I
ass
don't
whooped,
care
you
enough.
don't care. When you getting that ass whooped, you don't
Unstoppable. How
care.
you gonna tell
So
me
we
how I
gonna go
feel
back
though?
to this
For
game.
sure. I'm
We gonna
done.
go back to this
I'm
game.
not
You
responding to you,
said
bro.
Zach.
I'm
You don't
done.
have to
I'm
respond
not
to it.
responding
I'm
to you,
going off
bro.
facts, fam. I'm
As
going
soon
off
as you're
facts.
on this
You
panel, bro, I'm
said
not gonna
this
respond to
game
you. I'm
right
not gonna waste
here.
my energy.
You said this game right here.
I'm not
Zach
gonna waste my
LaVine
energy. I'm
played
gonna let
no
that be known.
defense.
I'm
I'm
too
gonna
grown
kill
for
you
this.
with facts. You said Zach LaVine played
Okay,
no
you can
defense.
kill me with facts,
I
bro. And the
said,
fact of the matter is,
why
you
you
can
keep
drop all
saying
the
you're not
41
going to
points you
respond
want
to it? You
to.
said to keep
You can
talking.
drop
Let me get
41
it
points,
out.
whatever you
Let
do
me
every
get it
night.
out.
You
Let
and
me
Zach
get it out.
Levine
Let
is
me
not gonna
speak.
win,
Bro, you
bro.
must be scared of
It's
something. So
not
I'm gonna
gonna
let you
win, bro.
talk. I'm gonna let you talk. And I'm gonna come in because
Ain't
obviously
nobody
you
scared of
scared.
you, bro.
Then shut up and let me talk. Then if you ain't scared.
Nobody's scared of you,
Shut up
bro.
and let
Trust
me
me.
talk
I
if
don't
you're
have to
not
shut up.
scared. Shut up and let
I
me
don't have to
talk.
shut up. You didn't give me
Like
that
I
same
was
decorum
saying,
when I came in
you
here. So
said
I should have to
Zach
give you that
LaVine
decorum.
didn't
Well,
play
I should have
any
to give you that
defense.
decorum
You said
of
Zach
allow me to
LaVine
be quiet when
didn't
you
play
weren't being
any
quiet to me when I was
defense.
spitting my
You
point
said Zach
earlier.
LaVine didn't play any defense
It
the
takes
first
respect to
game.
give respect,
This was
bro.
an original argument. This was
It takes respect to give respect. I'm not gonna listen to you, bro, because I don't respect you.
Me, and I ain't said nothing to you yet.
No,
and I gave
I'm not gonna listen to you, bro, unstoppable, because I don't respect you.
You said The Kings
No,
game.
no, no.
The
I'm not gonna
Kings
talk.
game.
I'm not gonna
The
listen to you,
Kings
bro, because I
game.
don't respect
The
your
Kings
opinion.
game. Because I know you act
I
like you
don't.
slow sometimes. So I'm
I
gonna
don't.
say it slow for you. The
No,
Kings
I'm
game.
not
You
slow.
want
I'm
to talk
not
about the
listening to
Kings
you because I
game?
don't
You
respect your
said
opinion.
Zach
I don't
LaVine
know how many times I
didn't
got to
play
keep going this
any
over with
defense.
you.
Didn't play any
I don't
defense this
respect your
game. And
opinion.
I responded to you is how he ain't play any defense. He
Don't.
got 4 steals.
You're gonna
4
convince somebody who
steals.
don't respect your opinion?
4 steals. 4 steals is not playing
Okay,
defense.
4
How did he
steals.
get
Did he
4
win?
steals?
Did he win?
There
Yes or
you go,
no?
change it again.
All that is
There
nice
you
and
go,
dandy, but
change
did
it
he
again.
win?
I don't prove my point, bro. You
It's
dead.
not
It's a
changing
dead
nothing.
body on the carpet, bro. You dead, fam. You dead.
It's a
I done said
dead body
you
on the
again, bro.
carcass for sure, bro.
You
Sure,
dead,
bro.
fam. You dead.
Did he get the dub or
Yeah,
not?
bro. You said he didn't
Did he
play
get the
no
dub or not?
defense.
It's that simple,
There you
bro.
go.
It's
You gotta
not
change it.
a back and forth
It's
conversation.
4 steals playing
You
defense, yes or
lost.
no? It's 4
It's
steals
not a
playing
black.
It's 4 steals playing defense.
Nah, it ain't.
Okay, then we don't gotta talk no more then, bro. It just proves you don't know
I
what you're talking
mean,
about.
if
Oh,
you giving me sarcastic answers, I'm gonna give you a
Hey,
since you
sarcastic
saying
answer,
4
brother.
I'ma
steals,
just four
go ahead,
steals is
Ted.
playing defense, man. It's not easy to get 4
Tell
steals.
it, Ted. That's a rhetoric question. I'm not
Oh, you
answering
being
no
okay? You're
stupid
just being
rhetoric
funny.
questions.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So why you
I'm being
say he ain't play?
sarcastic.
So why you
He
say
gonna give
he
me a
ain't play
sarcastic
defense
answer.
then?
I'm gonna
All
give him a
right, okay,
sarcastic
then hold
answer.
on, hold on. I'm gonna
Nah,
show
he
you
ain't
how
playing no
I'm gonna
defense.
show you how I'm gonna bury you again. Because
He
in
ain't
the
playing no
beginning,
defense, bro. I'm
in the
arguing here,
beginning,
bro.
hold on,
Right.
Peep this out, because I listen when
Not when
people
I'm
talk.
second in my
In the
division.
beginning, I
And this
listen
nigga's on
to
the
what
bottom
people
of
tell
my
me,
conference. Fuck out of here with that shit.
especially a mofo that
This
I
nigga's
know
the
that's
bottom of my
lying,
conference.
and I have caught in multiple lies, but I haven't said nothing. In the beginning, before we
I've
went to this
been
game,
caught in multiple lies for
in the
sure.
beginning, you said, "Yo, I do my due diligence, G, with the Bulls. I do my homework with Zach.
I do
I
my
know
due
everything.
diligence and watch the
I
game.
know everything that I have to
The
know about
fact of the
everything
matter
when it
is,
comes
I
to the
don't.
Bulls
There's
and
so
when it
many
comes to
times when you
Zach."
look at
And
Zach
I'm telling
Levine,
you, this
and
game right
he's a
here,
part of the
I did
problem.
my homework.
A
And I'm
plus
telling you,
one,
this
bro. At
game
the end of
right
the
here,
game, bro.
Zach
Come on,
Levine
man.
played
A
no
plus one, bro. At
defense.
the end of the
He
game. Come on,
played
man.
no defense. How do
Come
you
on,
play no
man.
defense? He got 4
His
steals.
defense is
He
mediocre
got
at
4
best.
steals.
4 steals,
He got 4
a
steals.
couple games don't make you a
But
defense
you said
savant, bro.
again, we ain't gonna talk about
Four
we ain't
steals
talking
in a
about a
game
couple
don't
of
make you
games. If you listen,
a
stop having
defensive
selective
savant,
hearing.
bro. Stop the
Stop
cap,
having
bro. You
selective
act
hearing.
like, and I
Because I
quote,
believe
that
I
4
said
steals
in
a
the
game
beginning,
makes you a
we're gonna
defensive
rewind it back
savant when you're
again.
not.
I
I'm not
said
accepting
this
that, bro.
game.
It's
I
not
said
different. It's
this
not a
game. I
patriarchy here,
said
bro.
this
I'm
game.
not
I
going for it.
said
Just
this
because you get
game.
4 steals
I
a game,
said
it don't
this
make you a
game.
good defensive player.
I
You get
said
4
this
steals,
game.
bro. You
I
can just
said this
use
game.
anticipation
I
for steals.
said this
That's
game.
the
I
issue here,
said
bro.
this
And at the
game.
end
I
of the day,
said
bro,
this
Zach
game.
Levine
Tonight we're
scored
talking
41
about
with
the
4
Kings
steals,
game.
and he
We're
didn't win
talking
nothing.
about the
He lost
Kings
to a
game.
team tonight,
You
and you're
said he
arguing with me about
didn't play
whether or not
any
he
defense
lost.
this game.
41 points, he
You
lost,
said he
bro.
didn't play
He
any
lost,
defense
bro.
this game. You
He
said
lost,
he
bro.
didn't play any
Bruh,
defense
he
this game.
lost, bruh.
You said he didn't play
Bruh,
any
he
defense
lost,
this
bruh.
game.
I'm not arguing with
You
you over
said
loss.
he didn't play any defense this game.
He
And I
lost,
responded with
bro.
4 steals is not
He
playing
had
defense.
4
You
steals,
didn't even
bro,
know
and
he
let
had
that
4
shit get.
steals.
He still
You didn't
lost
even
by
know he
eight,
had 4
9
steals.
points.
You
He
didn't
had
even know
4
he had
steals,
4
and he
steals.
still lost by
You
9
didn't even
points.
know he had 4 steals.
How the hell I
Did
didn't
you
know
do your
about 4
homework?
steals when I brought up the plus
Because you
minus
said
earlier? What the
he
hell is
didn't
you
play
talking
no
about, nigga?
defense.
How the
Okay,
hell
okay.
did I
I'm gonna
did
say
not
this
know he
out.
had 4 steals earlier when
I'm
I
gonna say this out.
personally
I'm gonna
gave
say
you the
out.
30
Yo,
assist
Ted.
fact when I was looking up his numbers?
Yo,
What are you
Ted.
talking about, bro?
Yo, Ted.
What's
Are
up?
you here,
What you
Ted?
talking about, bro?
Okay,
Yeah,
if
I mean,
somebody told you, and we're talking about tonight's game,
Honestly,
we're talking about tonight's game, the Kings game, and somebody said, "Yo, Zach, I do my homework on the Bulls. I do my homework
correct,
on Zach Levine, and I did my homework
correct.
tonight. And tonight, Zach Levine didn't play any defense. If what would you say about that?
No, that's not what I said. But
That
you
is
see,
what you said. Everyone,
hey,
I'm actually
unstoppable.
talking to
Hey,
Ted.
Ted, but they'll
Ted,
fit
what
the
would you say
narrative,
to that?
Ted. Because when I
What would
came
be
in,
your
him
thought
and
about that,
Ray
Ted?
were already
Ted,
laughing
what would
before I
be
could
your
even get
thought
my
about
point
that?
all. So if you're laughing, not taking my point seriously, and I'm trying to make my
Ted,
point,
what would be
it's
your thought about
easily.
that?
Ted, let me ask you a question, Ted. If
He
you're
was
sitting
supposed to
there
how
laughing
you
and
gonna
Ted,
ask a
if you're
question on
sitting
top
there,
of a question? Let him answer. No, let
unstoppable,
him answer the question
unstoppable,
first. Let him answer my
unstoppable.
question
How can you
first.
sit here and
No,
talk
no,
and let
hold
somebody not hear
on.
their
Stop
conversation
being
for a
rude and let him
show?
answer my
Ain't
question.
nobody
Then you
being
come in with a
rude.
question.
You
Stop
were
being
rude. You
rude.
live back
Yeah,
my
can
point
you
from
answer that
earlier,
question,
bro.
please?
Respectfully, you
What
rude
would
every
you
time
say
the
about
person
that,
talk on
Ted?
this panel.
Hold up. Y'all was double talking, man. Y'all lost me. Repeat your
Okay,
question again,
I'm
bro.
saying is
Right, please.
the beginning of the debate was tonight's game, and Marquez said, "Yo, I do my homework on the
That's not what I.
Bulls. I
Okay,
do my
bro.
homework
All right.
on Zach
Point.
Levine, and tonight Zach
I'll
Levine
wait, bro.
played no defense at all, none.
That's all I said,
And I
bro.
responded with,
Okay.
he played no defense, and he said no, he ain't played none. And Zach
That's
Levine
not
got
what I
4
said, bro.
steals. What would
Okay.
you say about that?
I
I
say
mean,
he played defense.
Okay, that's all
okay.
I'll say.
Are you done, Unstoppable? I just want to know if you're done, so there's no cutting nobody off. Are you finished? Okay. Ted, when I came in and began my point, they were laughing and giggling. So if you're laughing and giggling when somebody makes a point or a take, right, Ted?
Right.
If that means you're not really listening to it all the way. He heard, keyword, he heard me say. He heard me say it, but he never actually heard me say it. If you're laughing and giggling and having sidebar conversations, Ted, how can you sit here and say that you actually listened the whole way through the entire conversation? So if I'm halfway listening, he's halfway listening. So both our arguments are built on halfway listening.
He said he heard you say it, but
He
he did.
heard me say it. How can you hear me say, and I quote, you hear me say, I've done my due diligence on Zach Levine, but you were giggling and laughing when I said due diligence. As soon as I said, and I quote, he had 4 steals, he didn't hear that. He heard, and I quote, he said, 4 steals ain't good enough. We lost the game. I said, his defense got to step up more. I said, this defense is trash. If you're giggling and laughing, Ted, and all you
Mhm.
hear is Zach Levine, due diligence, Zach Levine, and he didn't play any defense. If you're giggling and laughing, not listening to the point, and you're hearing it halfway, that's the result you're going to get.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, unstoppable. Majority of the points tonight that you heard, you've half listened to them. So if I have listened to your points, you have listened on to mine, bro.
So,
And I'm not
so,
repeating myself no more.
so
Or
anybody gonna do some whole listening?
right, that's what I'm saying. Just
I'm
unstoppable.
just
Please
curious.
do some before you get on my character. Unstoppable. You should listen wholly to the conversation instead of giggling and laughing on the sidebar.
I mean, with all due, you are in your high horse though, bro. I gotta keep it 100.
I horse on what?
Your Milwaukee high horse.
For sure. So he's trying to knock me down some pegs, and I'm trying to give out good basketball takes. And when he's not listening to it all the way, that's my fault because I'm trying to take the more better approach to enunciate my takes. But if he's trying to knock me down because they said, and I quote, I'm bandwagon or I left.
I know your whole history with your situation, so I
I'm
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
get too
argue with
deep.
that. Hey,
But my
hey,
question is to you though. I mean, so let's get to the point though. So does
let's
Zach?
get to it.
What's your opinion with Zach Levine and his defense tonight?
I'm gonna say this again. Talented Ted, open your ears.
I'm listening, sir.
I'm talking about Unstoppable. I'm sorry, Unstoppable. Open your ears. So I'm only gonna say this once.
Listen wholly, man. Listen wholly.
Holy, please take the earwax out your ears and clean it. Christ.
Oh man, you guys are too much. Go ahead,
All
man.
right. Zach Levine. He had 4 steals tonight, right? I believe he did. He did okay. I didn't expect him to get that many steals because realistically, he had 41 points. He's not really doing that much defense, really, if he's dropping 41 points. Because in the past, he's maybe gotten a Taylor Stu there. That's who he is as a player. He's more of an offensive player. But I'm saying now, talented Ted, he hasn't really lived up to his contract. So all I'm asking Zach Levine to do, because the Bulls have signed you to a contract,
Mm-hmm.
they said you are our future. All I'm asking you, bro, is take a little bit more accountability on the things that you can control. That's
What's
all.
good, everybody?
That's all. If you can just take more accountability, Zach Levine, on the things that you can control a little bit more. You scored 41 points tonight. Your team got it done. Now I know it's a team effort, and I get it, but it's gonna come. You are the guy moving forward. You're the guy of the future. They signed you the contract. Demar's not gonna be here any longer to be your almost excuse blanket for why the Bulls ain't winning. When DeMar gets traded, everybody's gonna look at you and say, "Why aren't you getting it done? You get paid this money. You need to step up and get it done."
I mean, I'm a Bulls fan, and I agree with that. I mean, if Zach, hold on. I agree with that because if Zach Levine is the highest paid player on the team, he needs to step up and be that. That's why you can argue and say that Brandon Ingram's better than Zach Levine. Devin Booker is better than Zach Levine. Jason Tatum is better than Zach Levine. All those players, because Zach Levine doesn't step up in big moments and play as if he's a number one option.
Say
You're getting
Say that again.
hold on. You're getting paid as a number one option. That means you need to play as a number one option. That doesn't mean basically you don't show up against the Kings. You need to show up all games. And that's not on just one side of the floor. That's on both sides of the floor. And also as well, you need to hold the other players on the team accountable, including yourself. That means that stop crying to the refs when a foul call doesn't go your way. That means also tell goddamn DeMar DeRozan to start pump faking and actually move the ball and flow within the offense. If he has a mismatch, cool, take the shot. But if you stop the ball, pass the ball up and move it. And it goes for the same thing for you too, Zach Levine. And also, you both of y'all too, the highest paid players on the team. Lonzo's not there. That means you don't have your best perimeter defender there. That means both of you two have to step up and play defense. Even though you have to do that regardless, you got to do that even more. You shouldn't have to put all of the pressure on a second-year player in Ayo Sumo, Caruso, and everybody else to defend these players. You got to step up and do that. Now I get that in some hold on. I get that in some I get it in some I guess you want to say some basically points in the game. Levine does step up defensively. I've seen him do that from time to time. But he needs to be more consistent. DeMar needs to definitely be more consistent. Even if they put you on the worst defender, that worst defender should get more than damn 10 points. I mean, the worst offensive player on the team. It should get more than 10 points. I think the Kings basically the whole starting lineup have more than 10 points. All of them were in double figures. That makes no sense. And then you let Malik Monk drop 20 off the bench.
Almost all of them.
Then you let Malik Monk drop 20 off the bench. Like, it's just the lack of defense, the lack of effort. The bench didn't show up. I mean, it's just bad all around right now. No, three-game losing streak.
Now, Murgot, and the reason why I'm saying that, Murgot, because am I wrong or am I wrong? When Lonzo Ball was in New Orleans, right? And he was when he was getting his injuries and stuff, right? And they weren't winning, and Brandon Ingram and I quote wasn't playing as how good he was playing now. We're talking about when they were in the bubble, right? They still blame Lonzo because Lonzo put them in that situation. Now, I don't want this to be another New Orleans situation, God, right?
I don't think they're going to blame Lonzo because when Lonzo was there, there's proof in the pudding that when Lonzo was there, there's winning. So this doesn't fall on Lonzo. This falls on the team, and this falls on Billy Donovan. This falls on Zach Levine. This falls on DeMar DeRozan. This falls on Patrick Williams. This falls on Alex Caruso, who hasn't been playing up to being the best defender he can be. This falls on Ayo. This falls on all of them. This is not on Lonzo. It's not on Lonzo. Lonzo being there would help them because he gives them something that they need, which is one, a better point guard, two, which is what equates to better floor general and the opportunity. See, the thing with these Bulls teams, you watch them play, they struggle with getting easy points. Lonzo being there helps them get easy points and gets them out of transition to do that. One, because of his IQ. Two, because he pushes the ball. And three, because of his defense, because he's always in the passing lane. So he always gets them out in transition to get them easy points. And And on top of this, well, you cannot replace 43% from the 3-point line on 8 attempts. You can't replace
Mhm.
that. There's floor spacers, so he allows them to be able to space the floor a lot more. Io, like if you take Io, Kobe White, and all of them do not shoot better than Lonzo.
True. Now, Murgot, because we're having a good conversation here, and I have a question, Murgot, honestly. Now, for you actually like fully listening to my thing, for what I've said about Zach Levine so far, has it been wrong? I'm just telling you, Murgot, I know people can say I'm a new Milwaukee Bucks fan. I don't really notice like the win,
Man,
this, that, and the fourth. I
I
don't
don't
care
care
about
about
none of
that.
that. I'm just saying, as a basketball fan, when you get paid that money, that's like Giannis level money. You know what I'm saying? That's like LeBron level money. You know what I'm saying, Murgot? That's like that's
Sorry.
like
I mean,
face of
but this
your
is,
team. That's like the
I
face
mean,
of
but
your team money.
I
You
mean,
gotta
that's
produce
not.
and you
It's
gotta be
not just.
accountable.
It's not just face of the team. It's face of the entire franchise, not just
Thank
the,
you.
the, the team. It's the entire franchise. When you get paid that much amount of money, you're putting yourself in a category of LeBron, Giannis, Jason Tatum, all them, because that's what you wanted to. You wanted to get paid that money because you viewed yourself as that player. Well, it's time to
You gotta
basically shut up and play ball. There's no reason why on the season you're averaging 20 points, but I do give him, I do give him this leadway. He is working himself back in shape from dealing with a knee injury, so I give
true.
him that leeway. I do give him that. However, now that I know that basically you can go out and get 41, it's time for you to start doing that more consistently. Look at AD. AD basically was battling injuries the past last 10 games. The man been averaging 35 and 15. See what I'm
Bro,
saying?
I
So,
got a
you see what I'm
question
saying?
for Marquez though. But go ahead,
You
family.
know, yeah, but it's like, so it's up to Zach
mhm.
Levine to take that step. That's why players like Devin Booker is better than him right now.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And let me ask you a question. And this is straight up.
No, hold on. I can't answer that because the brother who was before you, he wants to ask you a question first.
Right. I'm gonna save my question. I'm gonna answer Ted's question at first.
No, you guys are good, but I'll just get it out right quick since y'all gave me the opportunity. Now, I
Mhm.
just want to ask you, Marquez. Prior to Zach Levine getting that money, did he deserve it to you? Did he
In my
deserve to
opinion,
get prior to him getting it? Did you feel like he deserved to get it?
honestly, I
Hmm.
thought, yeah, he deserved to get that money.
Okay,
He's
so
one. He's
I
the
guess
second best offensive talent on that Bulls team. They better
okay.
give him that money. They'd be a fool not to give him that money.
I got to tell you, bro. I rest my case with you, bro. So because
Hey,
my
hey,
next question. Nah,
Talented.
listen to
What are
the
you trying to
energy
say
that you.
here?
No, the reason why, and mind you, bro, I'm not. I'm a logic guy, so I'm not. It's not nothing against you or anything like that. I'm not trying to
That's
battle
fine.
you or nothing. I'm just listening to what you say. So
Mhm.
why do you have an issue right now? Is my whole
Because
entire thing.
okay,
Like,
I'm
do
gonna
you
tell
feel
you
like
again.
he digressed? Like,
No, it just feel.
did
I feel as though I'm not a Bulls fan, so I don't want nobody. You can take my opinion for a grain of salt if you want to, but I feel as though when you get paid that money, Ted, it
mm-hmm.
comes with newfound responsibilities. To where even though everybody else, you got to become a leader. Where not only do you have to call out other people's when they're messing up, you got to take accountability for your own mishaps. Because if you don't set that example on the basketball court, who will? You are the
So
second. You're the highest player on the team. They've made you, in a sense, the face of the franchise, and you got to step up, bro. It comes
yeah,
with the
but
money you get,
I,
bro. I
I
don't make the
get
rules, bro.
no, I get you, but what I'm trying to say is they didn't bring in they brought in a veteran though, bro, a pretty young veteran. I mean, considering his career, I mean, he's been in the league for a minute, but technically he is a little bit young. When you bring in a star player like that, like
DeRozan here? Or are we talking
yeah,
about Braun? Talking about
no, I'm
DeRozan?
talking about DeRozan. Like when you
Okay,
bring in a
okay.
star player like that, what do you expect him to really do? Like that's what's throwing me off a little bit because
But again, is that again? It's throwing you off, right, Ted? Because what's the conversation we had earlier?
Talk to
It was
me.
that you remember what you said earlier. It was about the front office moves. The front office made that move to get DeMar DeRozan.
Right, exactly.
So it's like
So
I
why is
can't.
your beef? That's a, no. Before you
I don't
continue,
have
this
no
is
beef with Zach
no. But what I'm
LaVine.
saying. So then, why are you beating up on him like that?
I'm not beating up on him. I'm just saying he's officially the highest paid player on that team, and
But
he got to
based on
step
your
up and do a little bit
expectations,
more.
because what?
Is that wrong? Look how much
No,
money he's getting paid.
no, bro. Nah. What I'm trying to say is that technically you're. It's like you're talking out of two sides of your mouth. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because at one point in time, you understand what's
How come
going
Bird
on,
Guy listened to what I said and took it
but
in and
at the same
understand it?
time, you're
But you
going
is a
against
double
what you understand. It's like
So,
you're go ahead,
so
bro.
Marquez, so the thing is, Marquez, is that with Zach LaVine, last year basically what ended up happening was when he brought in DeRozan.
Mm-hmm.
DeRozan is basically just supposed to be there for veteran leadership, I guess, to show,
Zach the way.
Zach, Lonzo, those guys the way to be able to get to a certain point in the NBA career. And he was just the leader. And I think Zach is now in the position where he's supposed to now take that mantle to go to the next step in doing
Mm-hmm.
so, especially since now he's getting the money and everything like that. So I think, because DeMar DeRozan is not going to be long term. He just got one more year left on his deal. And you kind of see this year that he's kind of not the same as last year. He's kind of fallen off a little bit. So, it's basically now is Zach LaVine's time to really take that mantle and everything. So, and I think what the brother was talking about was, is he's just basically talking about the two sides of it, where it's like they brought in his veteran leadership to almost show Zach the way, but now it's Zach's time to really take that next step and take that mantle in doing that. And now since he's got his money,
Mm-hmm.
which he definitely does deserve, that's what he
Absolutely
should
right.
be. That's what he should be doing. So, and the thing is too with Zach, you have to give him some leeway, some grace period, like I
So
talked
you
about
tell
before,
okay.
because he did come off of a knee injury,
Oh, so I'm
which
nitpick.
is why.
It's like I'm coming off as
Okay, I
nitpicking
got a
now,
question
almost.
though. Is it possible to bring someone in to show you how to lead and take the mantle while that person who's there to
Yes,
show that's possible? You think so?
yes, it's definitely
I mean, I
possible.
didn't even finish what I was saying. Could you give me an example of that?
For example, of a leader trying to
Yeah,
show the next coming up how to be a leader, and just so happens to
no,
I
overcome.
mean, you can.
no. Listen to what I'm saying. I
So
Repeat
give.
you
Is it
got. So you got.
possible?
Go ahead.
No, is it possible?
it. Mm-hmm.
All right, for you to have a sensei. Let me change it up a little bit. All right, you're the
Okay.
prodigy. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and you have your sensei, and he's there to teach you how to be a leader. Is it possible for you to lead while the sensei is still there? Isn't
Yes.
that the reason why they let you out the bird cage? Excuse me. Because what
Yes.
I'm trying to say is you're probably not gonna be able to see this leadership that's supposed to be taught to Zach until Demar is no longer there. Because it's kind of like it's not gonna coexist because then
I'm.
all of a sudden
But
Demar is gonna feel like he's being led when he already taught somebody how to lead, supposedly based on what y'all saying. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know how y'all see it, but
I
maybe
I
what
mean,
you're
mean,
looking
you
for.
see.
there's plenty of
I mean,
examples
you.
though where the sensei has brought up the prodigy, and the prodigy has become a leader in its own right. For example,
Yeah, but usually the
I
sensei
can.
steps down is what I'm trying to say. You understand what I'm trying to say?
But
So
it's
Yeah,
usually,
possible
most
that
definitely, most definitely.
But it's also possible though that the sensei and the student could be two leaders
but they
at the
can't
same
sound,
time.
but they can't
But what
lead the
he's,
same people is what I'm trying
but,
to say.
but
I
yeah,
think that's
but so
virtually
it's
impossible. But go ahead. I'm
basically,
sorry.
basically meaning that probably after next year, it's probably going to be time to really move off of Demar. Basically, that's what he's talking about. because I think
Ooh,
Demar
y'all
is.
kicking Demar out the building.
I
I
Nah,
think they
well,
going
that's not
I
what
no
think
I'm
they
no
gonna
saying.
move him
Dex,
now.
where the hell did Dex come from? Dex was like, nah, for 30
that's not to
minutes.
say they just kick Demar out. It's one of the situations where either basically it's time to move on or
Oh, okay.
it's time for Demar to take a lesser
In
role
other
to
words, it's
allow
time.
time for so that Levine and Levine,
If,
Lonzo,
I
Patrick
get you.
Williams can really almost basically take flight a little bit more than
Murdoch.
Hey
In other
Demar
words,
Murdoch,
kind
to
of
be
plays in
honest
the
with
But
you,
background.
bro.
Murdoch, I've been
I
on
think
that page since last year.
hey
That's the page I've been on.
Murdoch,
damn, Dex, you're
I don't
right.
know if you was here
But
earlier,
Dex,
bro,
but
but I
Dex,
said
I kind of think he needed to do that last season. I don't mean to cut you off and stuff. I kind
no,
of think
you
he
good,
needed to do
family.
that
Yeah, bro.
because of the certain circumstances that occurred last year with certain injuries and like Zach Levine not being fully healthy. So I figured that probably had to be the case last season, especially after the All-Star break. But this year, I think it's just time for him, to kind of play the background a little bit. I mean,
Or worse, kind of like me
I
that.
think I think DeMar will suffice by getting an efficient 20, 22 points a game and let Zach Levine do his thing out there, like tonight.
Oh,
Well,
so
you see,
okay.
that's where it gets
But
confusing.
he still stops that ball. That's
Well,
why I was saying that
I'm confused then.
I do think they gonna I think they might wind up trading him because he has 2 years left on his contract. And yeah, I think there's a lot of teams out there that are buyers and are gonna wait out and see if he becomes available come the trade deadline,
Well,
and they gonna see if if Zach can go ahead and do his thing because
I'm confused.
the ball sticks. Sometimes the ball will move, but they keep going into that ISO. They keep going back to the old ways with Demar, and he stops the ball.
Right. But that's what
Well,
happens when you come up under stress, you start to go into those things that make you comfortable.
Right,
mhm.
absolutely, and two, that's why I keep saying, but still, it's the coach, and everybody said talented brings up a lot of times, like it's the coach job. Like, man, you can't keep doing that. Like, you got to stop doing that, and
But
if you
what if the
can't
coach
stop
is already
doing it,
telling him that though?
if the coach not telling him that, then the coach is not doing his job.
No, no. What if
Job.
the coach
Thank
is
you. He's
Well,
telling
not
him
doing
that
his job.
and he's
Yes.
still
And
doing
He's
it?
that's what
still
we've been
not doing
screaming. A
if the
lot of
well,
us
coach
been screaming that since last year.
if the
right.
coach is telling
Are
him
you
to
done with
do that,
something?
he's still if the coach is telling him to do that, the coach is telling them the wrong thing because it's
I
not
don't think
working.
Billy's telling him that. I just
Like
don't think Billy's enforcing it.
right, it's
No,
like
what I
I
why
believe.
think
would you?
Billy's
I'm gonna put
telling
it
him
like
that,
this, bro. I'm gonna put it
and
like this
Demar's not
to
enforcing it.
sum it up, bro. I'm gonna put it like this.
Huh?
If
Wait a
every
minute. Wait. Toxic. Please. You hear what he just said?
nah, I ain't hear him, bro.
Or are you flying backwards?
I'm trolling. That was a troll comment. That
I'm
was
gonna
a
put it
troll
like
thing.
this.
I'm
Look,
sorry.
it's like this, bro. Everybody got the
My
Bulls number.
goodness, that was bad.
They have their number. Like you stop Demar, it's pretty much game over with from what they doing. So, like I was saying, if they and plus Demar is not a 3-point threat. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
He's a slow
He's
He's
mid
grinder.
ranger.
right. He's gonna slow the game down every time. And when it's about 3 seconds left on the shot clock,
He's
maybe
gonna
even
shoot it with
five,
mid range.
he's gonna shoot it or he gonna do a bad pass and get it turned over.
Pump fake. He gonna
So
pump fake a few times
Or
first.
yeah,
he's gonna shoot in triple
right.
coverage.
So
He's gonna shoot in triple hand, triple team to make the tough mid range.
right.
Why
So
when
what they
unstoppable
have to
talk, you start acting crazy, Markley?
You
so
mean?
what they have to do is they have to go ahead and move on from them, get some pieces back, and they may very well move on from Vucevic. You know what I'm saying? To
The
get the
Bulls
ball
need
rolling, bro.
another spark. I don't know if they can.
I mean, that spark, Dex.
Yeah.
That spark is coming off. That spark is hurt right now, man.
Right. That's why I'm glad you
But
said
why
that,
Because
Merc.
everybody's
'Cause
putting it on
I, I,
Lonzo?
I,
See,
Damn
Yeah,
you,
I
Dex. That's
disagree
what I
with
don't
well,
that.
I don't
understand.
want. I
Dex,
don't
I
want you
disagree
guys to
with
put it
that.
on
Dex,
Lonzo because
and
if
then
Lonzo
look,
Dex,
come back and he's
And
still
he
kind of
don't
lame,
I,
produce, they're gonna change the
I
narrative.
want to say this.
yeah,
Dex.
they're gonna be like, "Oh man,
Oh
Lonzo's
man, Lonzo
trash," and
stinks.
I
No,
want to say this
Dex,
yeah.
too,
Dex.
because
It's
it's
not
a
Dex.
couple of
Hold on,
things I wanted to finish touching
hold
on,
on.
so I won't forget. Um, another thing
Damn,
is this:
95 points in over two
was
games.
Zach
Jesus,
Levine?
baby.
I will say it again because I said it time and time again that Zach Levine is not playing like a $215 million man. DeMar is playing like a $215 man. But I'm like, I will give him a little leeway because this is the worst I ever seen Zach LaVine play before. He's playing so bad that it's noticeable to me. Like, man, what the hell is going on with this dude?
But
You
this
know
is
what I'm
my
saying?
But remember though, Zach was starting to play bad when Lonzo went out too. And remember, Zach came
Facts.
back,
Yeah, but Zach LaVine too. When you
and he
talking
never
about
really
that,
got his mojo
Zach
again.
LaVine was still injured. He had a thumb
Oh,
fracture
okay,
and he was dealing with a knee injury that he had to get his knee drained
Right,
at the
right,
end of the
right, right.
season.
You're right about
So he's
that.
still recovering from that. So I am expecting, I'm hoping he get it together, and I think he should because he dropped 41 tonight. You only can go up. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
far as when it comes to Zoe, I think that's just putting too much pressure on Zoe. Like he
I think
supposed to
so
just
too. Yeah,
fix all
Well,
this.
he the
it's
Nah,
not.
magic
It's
man.
not.
Right.
It's
you,
not. It's not about. See. This is the thing, and I was talking to Marquez about this. It's
Uh
not
huh.
the fact that you put pressure on Zoe. It's the simple fact that Zoe makes
Toxic T,
basketball
toxic T.
easier.
That's
He
true,
make.
Mark.
He make.
Murgod.
He
You
makes
said the
basketball.
man. That's true.
He makes basketball easier because
You were
one,
so right about that.
he's fluid with the basketball. He moves it around. He does the right. He plays the right way, and he gets them in and out of sets and gets them easy points. He helps Demar and Zach get mismatches so they
Well
can take
said. Well
advantage of
said.
them.
Well
okay,
said.
And
okay,
he
and I'm
gets
glad
them
you.
That's
and
true.
he
You're right
gets them
about
out
that.
in.
You're right
And
about that, Murdoch. You're right about that, Murdoch.
the biggest thing is that what's Lonzo predicated upon? His IQ. He's predicated upon IQs. He be able to get them out in transition so they can get easy points because that's
Oh,
what they're missing. They don't get in
okay.
transition as much anymore. And on top of it as well, I guarantee you, Devin Booker is not putting up that many points if Lonzo's there.
Look,
Murgod, you
Okay.
might be the
And,
panel, the MVP tonight on the panel.
Can
That
I
was
just
okay.
well
say
said,
this?
and I
Okay.
agree. And that's how I see it, just like that. But a lot of people think Lonzo got to come back, score points, get triple
No, no,
doubles,
no. I
and
don't think you
do
got
all
to do
kind.
Nah,
that.
You know what I mean?
it's
But
all about him making. Listen, as long as Lonzo can continue to get better at his shooting and stay consistent at it from the 3-point line and just
Yeah,
make basketball easy, that's all he got to do.
that's all you got to
He
do.
make
That's
okay.
all.
he
Look.
makes basketball easy.
Okay. Peep this
Play
out.
some
Peep this
hard
out.
nosed defense.
And I'm glad you said it because it's going back to what I wanted to finish up with about Demar. Another thing, I can see them doing the trade for Demar. Maybe like the off season, like Murray was saying, because I feel like another part of me feel like okay, they want to see what they can do when Zoe come back. And then again,
mm,
it may be very well good, but at the same time, and I'm glad you put that up, Dex, because I wanted to go into that. At the same time, I don't think it will be good for the team because once Zoe get back, Zoe's gonna be the best. He was the best 3-point shooter on the team, and
facts.
I'm pretty sure they want the best 3-point shooter on the team to be freed up to catch and shoot and to make shots. And that's gonna have DeMar DeRozan doing ISO again, or whoever doing ISO. And you
Well,
don't want to do that to go into Thunder's comment that he made because the Warriors don't even do that. So it's like in order to get this thing going, and I feel like they gonna have to move on from DeMar. Even though
can
I wouldn't want to see it because I like what he been doing, but it's hurting, it's helping and hurting at the same time. So they gotta go on from him.
let me
But
They
just
got
say
DeMar
this.
wasn't a long term project anyway, right?
So
yeah,
you're right. So
I
He
know
why
was
he
here
sign
for
wasn't.
the
him for
short
4
time.
years?
I know he wasn't, but that's why I'm saying that you gotta move him now because his trade value is high now. You know what I'm saying? And he's on a 2 year. Don't
Absolutely is.
wait for Zoe to come back and let's see how this thing gonna look. Nah, move him now and get some pieces for him right now. Get some shooters for this team right now. So that way when Zoe come in, Zoe do his thing, be that second floor general on the coach, and the ball can constantly you can space out the floor. You don't have to keep depending on ISO because teams have figured you out, and that's only gonna work for so long.
Well, I just want to say it's not the ISO situation. You gotta guys gotta look at it like this. The problem I would say is DeMar DeRozan because he's a half court player. If you look at Lonzo grew up possibly just basically being a full court player. He's an up and down player. They run. That's all them boys do is run, run, run. Now, the number one reason why DeMar DeRozan is the problem on the team, and it's hard to. I mean, if you got an opportunity to get DeMar DeRozan, you get him. That's number one. So that's why the Bulls got him, because at the end of the day, if it did work out positively, everybody would have been happy. However, now that you did, let me finish, please, sir. Now that they did get him, they realize that he does stop the ball, so he takes away the fluidity of the offense. You understand? So Zach LaVine runs, DeMar doesn't run. You understand? DeMar is a half-court player. Another thing I wanted to get out is that based on the leadership thing that you guys were speaking about, I don't know why anybody thinks that DeMar DeRozan is a leader. He hasn't led anything in his whole entire career. Not when he was with Toronto, not when he was with the Spurs. So in terms of that leadership thing, DeMar DeRozan is not a person that's gonna help you understand how to lead anything, period. You understand? So
Well, let me say this, Ted, and let me
wow, that's
paint you. Hold on, Mark. And let me paint you with this brush, with a stroke of complimentary.
Pause.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, to really compliment what you just said and extend on that interpretation is DeMar DeRozan took Patrick Williams with him for the summer to train, for him to be a better basketball player. Instead of Patrick Williams progressing, he regressed.
Shit, he not
He
getting no
actually
touches.
regressed.
He not
yeah.
getting many
Patrick
touches.
Williams been playing like hot dog water doo doo.
He's not getting many touches. Go ahead, son. Yeah.
I know, but what I'm saying is that DeMar DeRozan took him and bragged about it. DeMar DeRozan openly and publicly bragged about taking Patrick Williams to California. What's that noise? Taking Patrick Williams to California to work out.
Yeah, who's Mike?
So he can be, a better version.
Right. I think DeMar's seen what he's capable of because he was training with him. And I'm pretty sure DeMar done showed him some things, but at the same time, it's like, well, I can't do any of the things he showed me. If I ain't touching the ball like that, he's playing behind Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic,
Listen,
and then, huh?
Have DeMar DeRozan and Patrick Williams been on the court at the same time this year?
No.
I think they have.
Don't
Not
say
like
no.
that, but I think they have. Yeah.
They have.
Not many minutes.
They have. But he hasn't gotten the ball though. DeMar's been
okay, that's what my point right there. They've been on the court. They've been on the court together. He trained with him in the offseason, and he was gleeing. DeMar DeRozan was gleeing in the beginning of the season, coming into training camp, of how well Patrick Williams had improved under his auspice or stewardship or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when they're on the court together, this dude ain't giving him the ball.
They're not giving him the ball. What?
But I'm not talking about they. No, I'm not talking about they. I'm talking about DeMar. I'm talking about a specific person.
You know what too? Because I thought about it. They kind of. I would say Billy, because I'm gonna say Billy and DeMar too. Yes. What? You hungry? Okay, we're gonna get you something to eat right now. You remember on OKC? He's kind of reminded me of the road of what's his name? Andre Robertson, I think his name was.
Oh, not Robertson. Stop.
Was it Robertson or Robinson?
It's Roberson. Oh
yeah,
man,
they kind of got him in that role right now. But I totally agree with you, Dex. What Dex is saying is that if DeMar trained with Patrick Williams, DeMar should be making sure he get that young man some touches because he trained him and he's seen what he's capable of.
But you guys are proving my point in terms of leadership.
Right.
Trying to tell you.
That's why I said I'm stroking you with the brush of compliment.
Pause, man.
Yeah, pause.
He did say with the brush though. The brush.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more of a spiritual.
Say implement or something. I'm trying to implement.
But
I said it the right way.
At the end of the day,
because he brought it up, and I'm just complimenting him.
I'm sure we all are agreeing that in order for them to move forward and to play as a cohesive unit even better and get some of this spacing and whatnot and playing as a team, they need to just go ahead and move on for him. And I feel like they
I
don't.
mean, let's
I
just
do feel like they gonna wait for Zoe to come back and see what happens with Zoe. But I don't think they need to
let's
do
just
that.
be
I think they need to go ahead and trade him now.
let's just be honest here, man. The Bulls brought DeMar there for a secondary option for Zach LaVine. They didn't expect him to be the first option.
That's a fact.
But could I be honest with you guys? That's why I feel you guys are wrong. That's what y'all guys think, and that's possibly where Marquez is having an issue with it too, because you guys not stepping back and looking at the fact that DeMar DeRozan only under Popovich or probably under LeBron.
He was changed.
You understand? Those are the only two scenarios I can see him actually taking a back seat based on his personality. Like under a coach like Popovich.
But I'm not saying DeMar was willing. He's saying that's what they brought him over there for.
No, I understand what everybody's saying, but what I'm looking at the common sense view of the situation. You understand? Like, he's an alpha. No matter how you look at it, he's an alpha. Now, I'm not trying to say that.
And then how are you gonna take a back seat to Vooch when he didn't take a back seat to Vooch in college? DeMar was a man on that team when they played together in college.
Part of the reason why Pop had to let him go is because he didn't feel like playing that role.
Yeah. And then how he gonna take a back seat to Zack, and Zack ain't never did anything in the league. That's how DeMar probably looking at it.
Facts. You're cooking, Dex. That's true.
I'll be honest.
I mean, he went there.
They need to get rid of him now. Why his trade value?
He went in there. He went in there for. He saw a banking spot for some quote unquote leader.
But that was secondary though. Don't forget that was secondary because he thought he was gonna be a Laker.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he saw an open spot for the Bulls. Like, Vucevic and Levine ain't doing nothing. I can step up. I can take over and have that Michael.
And they just got Lonzo. He ain't trying to really shoot the ball.
Like you said, Dex. I can come over there and be that Michael Jordan-esque player for them.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Right, and if you're gonna be the Michael Jordan player, then definitely who's gonna have to be the so-called Scottie Pippen, the highest paid player. This. I'm going back to the Marquez situation because that's what he feels funny at. But because you got DeMar, and somebody said it earlier, DeMar is playing like the person who's supposed to be making that money.
He playing like
that's Unstoppable said that.
Right, but you got to understand, Zach LaVine is more acquiesced to that team than DeMar would ever be. You understand? Because there was a point in time where everybody was debating whether or not he was going to re-sign with them or not.
Yep.
Zach LaVine. And he
did LeVar already let the beans out the bag when he said Zach didn't want to be no number 2.
Right, but he's a number 2. Team. But that's my point. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get across to everybody. But
he's a number 2 talent by default, not by the Bulls' admission. The Bulls want him to be the number 1. But he just can't muster up the dog to surpass DeMar.
No, I disagree with that.
If DeMar wasn't there, everybody can answer this. Everybody might have a different answer. Do y'all feel like Zach can be a number 1?
Yeah, Zach is a number 1. What do you mean?
No,
it is a number 1. Period. But my
not a number 1. He's a number 2.
Marquez says no. I think he can.
Listen to me, man.
He's a number 2
because he's been a number 1 for 2 years before DeMar got there on the Bulls.
There you have it right there.
Player that is at 1 tier under Zach LaVine, that team would flourish with Lonzo. You understand? Yep. If that person has to be 1 tier under Zach LaVine. Unfortunately, DeMar DeRozan is 1 tier above Zach LaVine.
Above.
You guys.
So he's a number 2.
No, but he's forced to be.
No, that's by default.
Because that's like okay. For example, that's like taking LeBron.
Bro.
That's listen to me, bro.
Listen, Marquez, because you might say something that makes sense.
Zach LaVine could be on that team right now, but if they was to trade and go get LeBron, what would Zach LaVine be? It's just he's a tier above. No, hold on. But if DeMar was to go to the Lakers right now, what would DeMar turn into?
A number 2 by default.
Or 3.
Hey, that's what Zach LaVine is right now. Number 2 by default.
But no, you see, this is where we're getting confused from each other. Because Zach LaVine's a number 2 off the fact that
he's not.
He's a number 2 because he
Not by
doesn't have.
remember Marquez. I have to stop you, Toxic T, because you're going off the rails.
No,
He's a
I'm not.
number 2. Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. He's a number 2 by default, but the Bulls have him as a number 1 as far as their admission because they paid him the money to be a number 1. You don't get paid that much money to be a number 2.
Thank you.
No, but I'm saying,
But
no,
it's
that's what I'm
up
saying.
to Zack to take that mantle and be that. But it seemed like there's a
Hence
roadblock
why he's the number
when he's
2.
on the court with DeMar. So
Hence
he
why he's the
surrenders,
number 2.
like how Lonzo
but
surrenders sometimes.
But he's been a number 1. But he's been sliding to the
Easily
number
why he's a
2.
number
But he's been a
by
number 1
default.
on a horrible teams. The Bulls were a winning team. You know, they made the playoffs for the first time in Zach LaVine's career. He made the playoffs.
By him being a number 2.
By default. But this
Because
year,
him as a number 1, he hasn't won anything.
right? But that's
Which means
what I'm
he's
trying
in
to explain
reality number 2.
But the Bulls paid him to encourage him to become that number 1 because the tandem with the Bulls is Lonzo and Zach. It's not DeMar. It's not Vooch. Those dudes are short-term plans. But since Zach hasn't been the Zach that the Bulls want him to be, they got to hold on to DeMar and Vooch because they are veterans and they do know how to make playoffs.
I understand you. I get you. But honestly,
Zach turned that corner. If he ever turned that corner,
I don't think Zach
it's over with for DeMar.
I think
and it's
he
over with for
number
Vooch.
2.
He just gotta move on. He gotta move on from DeMar.
Dex, a number 1 who's forced to play a number 2 by default. At some point, his talent overshadows the original number 1 who was signed in the offseason. Zach LaVine's a number 2 because of the fact that his talent is not pushing him over the edge of the number 1, which is DeMar DeRozan.
Nah,
I won't say it's talent. I would say it's heart. I won't say it's talent. Because Zach got extraordinary talent.
Talent, Dex. Heart.
No, heart and talent is different. That's different. That's a different.
Fine.
That's different.
He don't have the heart of a number 1.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
He don't have the heart of a number 1, Dex. He'll never be a number 1.
Could
That's
I
the
ask y'all a
issue.
question? But what about something called respect, bro? Why can't he just have respect for a person that's been in the league longer than him and played?
Respect?
Yes, respect.
No, he got respect for him.
No, but what I'm
the
trying
Bulls
to
the Bulls didn't pay him $215 million to respect another player.
No, but that's not no.
He respected the time he spent to the league. That's why he ain't making a big deal out of it.
What's bothering me is the simple fact that you guys keep putting it on Zach LaVine, but there's a coach that's supposed to implement this. This is not Zach LaVine's job. If DeMar DeRozan is not, what are you whatting me about?
Okay. Let's go back then. Jimmy Buckets.
That's a great example. That's an awesome example. Keep going.
Right. Jimmy Buckets.
Okay, that's the example.
Okay, Jimmy Buckets was okay.
Ain't nobody told Jimmy Buckets he was gonna be number 1.
But Jimmy Buckets always plays like a number 1 because he has the heart of a number 1.
Help me out there, talented.
I'm confused.
Help you out with what?
Jimmy Buckets, Derrick Rose.
What about it?
Jimmy Buckets had the heart of a number 1.
Rose. Dwayne Wade.
Wait, what you say?
Well, first of all,
Derrick Rose.
Jimmy
Oh my
Butler,
goodness.
Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler. I think I only played.
Jimmy Butler. Derrick Rose was a number 1 regardless. I mean, he just caught that injury. But who you got to bring
him expendable though?
Jimmy Butler, because he had the heart of a number 1.
I'm not getting.
Why would you say Jimmy? Huh? I don't get it.
Right?
Jimmy Butler, bro. I'm telling you, Jimmy.
What about Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler.
Did Jimmy Butler and Derrick Rose play together?
Nah, you're not on him. You just rolling with what he's saying until he
explains
it. Then you're gonna run with him some more.
Explain what he's trying to say. Hold on. Don't murky the waters. We just all want clarity. It doesn't matter.
You're not supposed to use until you explain your point.
Pass the core.
But go ahead, man.
Did Jimmy Butler and Derrick Rose play together? Did Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade play together?
Yes.
Yeah, but it was Dwayne Wade towards the end of his career.
This okay.
Okay, what about Derrick Rose? Wasn't the end of Derrick Rose's career?
But Derrick Rose ended up getting hurt.
Derrick Rose
I'll
wasn't
tell you
But
right now.
even, but
I'll tell
when,
you. No, hold on. Let me get this
bro.
out. Let me just get this out. Before he was there after
Oh,
Derrick
God.
Rose got hurt. I promise you, if he was there when Derrick Rose was all good, bro, and he didn't catch that injury, get the hell out of here.
Right, exactly, bro.
What I'm saying is this right here. Isn't DeMar DeRozan supposed to be an auxiliary piece, right? Jimmy Buckets was supposed to be an auxiliary piece.
Yes.
Yeah, but the doors opened. The door opened
bro.
up. The doors opened up once the injuries came in.
Right.
And you already knew.
Okay.
That,
Okay. Now
and he
stop
took
right there.
advantage. Give him credit
Okay.
for that.
Stop right there. The doors opened up when they said, "You are our guy. 215 million."
That doesn't.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No, but that doesn't merge, man. It doesn't merge. Like at
What?
the end of the day,
It does. Yes, it does. Because you know why it merged? You know why it merged?
Talk to me.
Opportunity is opportunity.
Yeah, but money
They didn't say
is
exactly
the bag.
I know. Listen to what I'm saying.
But what I'm trying to tell you, if you already got the bag, what the hell you need an opportunity for? I mean, they already gave you the bag.
So are you saying Zach LaVine is slacking?
Yes.
No, I'm not saying he's slacking. I'm saying he's playing with a number one. No, he's playing with a number one. At the end of the day, like that's what he's.
Dex, you cooking, bro. I'm starting to see this mental gymnastics,
telling
bro.
y'all what it is, man. Y'all need to pay attention, fam. Like
Nah,
mental
man, we're just keeping it
gymnastics,
100. Like, put it like this: if he didn't get his bag yet, it'd be a different story. What you're saying might make a little bit more sense.
Okay, he
but
didn't have his bag last
came.
season. Wait, talent. He didn't have his bag last season. But we knew that Zach LaVine was supposed to be the number one because everybody came over there to help him, and that's what Zach asked for: help.
Well, Billy,
I need help.
But Zach,
send me the
still
troops.
played behind DeMar though last year before he got the bag. He still
But
played behind.
but that's what. Okay, then. So with talent,
I'm trying to make.
No, you ain't making that point.
That is my point.
Hold on. Let me open this up. You said that by him not having a bag, he should be playing like a number one. But once he get the bag, what's the incentive?
No, what I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, like he already got the bag. They paid him. So what you're saying?
He didn't have the bag last season.
But he was hurt. He was hurt last season, and besides that, they brought in a number one. What I'm trying to say is, if the team, listen to me. No, I'm not. What I'm trying to explain to you is, yo, please let me talk. What I'm trying to say to you, if they're going to pay you anyway, and still bring in somebody above you and pay you more than that person who's supposed to be above you, why would you not take your money?
Of course, you'll take your money.
Exact. That's my point.
But listen to what I'm saying.
So if you're gonna bring in LeBron, no, what I'm saying is if you're gonna bring in LeBron and pay me more than LeBron,
don't even use that scenario. Just stay with DeMar and Zach. Don't even put LeBron in there.
Use it as an example.
That's gaslighting.
No, that is not gaslighting. That's giving you the prop. That's the best example I can give you.
Dex, let's do it like this. Dex,
like I'm taking money. I don't care who you bring in. If you're gonna pay me more than them,
so maybe it makes sense. Is Jimmy Butler being a number one in front of a prime Derrick Rose? Will he be the number one?
No,
that's not the
prime
no.
Derrick
Of course
Rose.
not.
Hell no.
But that's not the question.
Jimmy, his career wouldn't even be what it is today, bro.
So
right. Not no prime Derrick Rose.
So with that being said, we know about Jimmy because of Derrick Rose got hurt. Jimmy had to be the next person to step up.
He took the opportunity and ran with it though.
Hey, listen. You see how Unstoppable gaslighted us. I let you go with it. I answer your question. But we're not talking about a prime DeMar DeRozan. So why would you use a prime?
But he's Derrick Rose. What I'm trying to say is he's not an injured Derrick Rose neither. That's the point.
But he was. Hey, Dex, you cooking? That's some saute right there.
These guys are great. Listen, all I'm saying is this: too talented and unstoppable.
But can I say this though? But I think the only reason why we in the predicament, we in the position that we in right now, because you have to remember, the whole offense changed up when Zack got hurt. They had to play through DeMar, so they kept playing. I
don't know if Zack had got hurt at the time, but
Zack did get.
I remember he was playing hurt all season last year. Bro.
Okay, hold on. The offense changed
He didn't have
after that New York Knicks
torn
game.
ligament.
Oh, a torn ligament. Yeah. A torn ligament.
That's when the offense changed. If you want verification to this, then you have to go back to the Draymond Green podcast with DeMar DeRozan, and he spoke about the chronological timeline of that season when things start to change and when they had that precipitous drop.
I'm glad you brought that up. He also said he channeled the Michael Jordan ghost also.
We already talked about that part.
Well, that proves my point with what
Jordan-esque.
Zack is dealing with. This is the mentality that Zack is dealing with. And y'all guys expect him to just go step in front of the dude. Like, he's not going to let him.
Because Zach don't have the heart to.
Let me
That's the issue.
Hold
The person had the heart. If Zach had the heart to do it, he would have been doing it,
That's
bro.
my thing. I agree with you.
Zach don't have the heart to do it. That's the issue.
No, hold on. Watch this.
I agree with that part. I agree with that. I know that. That's what he said.
No, hold on. I'm going to show y'all something right now.
Zach don't have the heart to do it.
Let me speak, please. How much did Zach score tonight?
41.
Okay, next game you step back and watch how much DeMar scored. Just remember I said that.
I mean, but that doesn't matter. Zach got the.
That's what he's. No, you watch and you learn. You remember what I just told you.
So
the
then
next
it's a
game
silent competition, like I said last season.
Regardless of how you look at it, he's in his way. That's what I'm trying to show you. He's in his way.
But Zach,
last season I said it was a silent competition between them two.
It's not necessarily. It's not competition. It's just that DeMar has that mentality. It's not even Zach. It's just DeMar. The same thing that I was saying.
Our question, bro.
That was the same thing I was saying about the Lakers. You understand?
So you said, okay, hold on 1 second. So you saying if Zach LaVine is cooking for 3 games straight, DeMar's not participating after the first game?
He's probably not. No, I'm not saying he's not gonna. He's gonna participate even more. So he's probably gonna get about 38 to 40 next game. That's what I'm trying to show you.
For instance, Zach. No, listen, what I'm saying. Zach already cooked 3 games, right?
Right.
Okay.
After the first game, we can understand. Okay, now DeMar's looking right. So you saying those next 2 games, DeMar's not participating with Zach scoring high numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like passing the ball, looking for him, setting picks.
I won't say he's not going to participate. What I'm trying to say is, all right, put it like this. If he does allow this man to continue to do his thing, well, then they're moving in the right direction.
Okay, there you go.
Case in point, just like how the Lakers are looking right now, you notice LeBron is taking a step back and he's letting Anthony Davis continue to do his thing. That's when you see growth. You understand? So that's the most I could say to that.
Okay, I agree with that. That's all I wanted to get. That Zach LaVine has to step up and show that he can lead the team into greener pastures.
But is Zach number 1 to you?
And DeMar has to allow him.
Yes, he is.
So it's
the only
you
thing.
think Zach LaVine's number 1?
Let Murgaud go in because Murgaud been quiet for a minute.
Yeah, because it's a two-way street with it. It's the same concept with Anthony Davis and LeBron. Anthony Davis stepped up, and LeBron is allowing him to do that by taking a step back. And that's what DeMar has to do. He has to take a step back.
Is he though? That's the point.
That's the question. That's the question.
That's the question. Is he going to do that?
And if he does,
going to,
because the Bulls gave every signal that they're rolling with Zach LaVine.
Well, it's obvious he got the bag.
He got the bag.
Hold on,
got to have the mentality to freaking.
But I did listen to this podcast the other day, and a lot of people stated that DeMar's playing for his next contract, so you got to throw that into there.
Every player's playing for their next contract, so that's.
Well, I'm just saying it all depends on when that next contract is coming. How soon until it comes, man?
It's a selfish league, bro.
It doesn't matter. Everybody's paying for their next contract. That's
a
selfish league. Exactly.
No. But you have to. Come on, Dex. You know what I'm trying to get across.
No. But what I'm saying is that every player is playing for their next contract.
Yes, that's understandable. But what I'm trying to tell you is based on but your play is going to affect the team. Is what I'm trying to say. So I'm talking about the effect on the team based on how you're going to play that particular season in order to get your next contract. So are you going to play?
That's why I asked you, Alex.
I'm listening.
If Zach have a 3-game role, will DeMar participate in the 2 after the first? We know he's going to participate in the first.
Yes.
He's gonna
Yeah.
participate regardless because of the same thing that you just said. Well, my whole thing is the level of your game, the level of how you try to play. Meaning, are you gonna be more selfish? Or are you gonna try to
Right.
score your buckets to the point where you want other people to witness what you're doing? Or are you
Yeah,
trying to
there
hit
you
the
go.
All-Star game so that way they can give you that money? Or are you trying to get to the first team All-Star? I mean, first team. Or are you trying to get to the
NBA.
second
Yeah.
team? Or are you trying to get to the third? What are you trying to do? Because you got in order to get your bag or your next bag. But based on what you do, it could possibly hurt the team. You could do it in a position or in a way that you understand it helps everybody out. It helps you, it helps the team. I mean, if you win the chip, I mean, you're good.
You're good. Right. Everybody's get paid. When you win the chip, everybody get paid.
It doesn't matter what you did through the freaking regular season. If you win the chip, you're good. But does he have that set in his head? Is my point.
And that's where I'm curious about as well. So
I don't know,
I'm with
man.
you. I'm in alignment with you on that. Do he
I don't
really
know
want a
about Zach
chip, or he
LaVine.
just really want to go out with a bag?
Man, Zach LaVine,
There
man.
you
Zach
go.
LaVine is number 2.
But I mean, in my opinion, I think DeMar DeRozan, I think Zach LaVine would be better off running with Lonzo by himself with a
Of
tier,
course,
with a
of
player
course.
that's one tier under Zach. I mean, still able to help you out.
Basically like a Tim Hardaway Jr. If they had like a Tim Hardaway
Oh, that's
Jr.
a
I,
bad drop off.
I get better than that,
That's
but
a bad drop off. A Tim
They
Hardaway Jr. That's a
they can
bad
go
drop off.
get
Man,
they
that
can go
they
man is
need
get
a
never
Kyle
big
averaging.
Kuzma.
man. That's what they need a big that can shoot. You understand?
No,
Like
I
homie,
think they
Go to
need
Orlando. They
I
got
need a
plenty of
big.
bigs
So
that
do
can
you
shoot.
think Boots
They
will
need
be
a
more valuable then?
they need a big that
um,
defends, bro. They need a
See, I
big
Go
that
to
think
without
defends.
Orlando. They got a big that
They
can
got it.
defend.
can I be honest
They
with you?
got a big that can shoot. They
That's
just
a
need
beautiful.
to
That's
develop him and
They
play
got
him.
a big that can defend over
no,
there in Orlando. Just
no.
go
I'll
get
be
him.
honest with you. You know who's a big that would really satisfy the Bulls? Homie from Indiana. What's his
I knew
name?
he was gonna say Miles
Miles
Turner.
Miles
Turner.
Turner.
Oh,
Turner.
not trash Turner,
No,
man.
I'm being honest with you.
Shit.
You,
Turner
Zach
was
hey,
ranked
Levine,
listen, Toxic.
Lonzo,
You
and
don't want
Miles
the Bulls
Turner.
to get any
But
help. So
but
we gonna take whatever you say with a grain of salt. 'Cause you a
but
What
Bucks
you
fan.
need, man?
hold on.
I
I
want
gotta say something
Turner's
about that.
good. Come on, man, Turner.
Talented Ted. My
Hmm.
thing is, would Turner be cool with the role he's in? Because the rumor was he's mad because he's not part of the offense. So when he gets here, what numbers that make him the 2? Will he be the
Well,
2?
playing with Lonzo, yeah, he'll be the number 2.
Okay.
Huh?
Lonzo's that type of boy. Lonzo knows exactly what to do,
So
bro. If Lonzo
Lonzo.
got to drop to the 4, he's gonna drop to the 4, but he's gonna help you win.
Yeah, see, that's what you got to see. I don't know why you say because
Oh
Lonzo is
my
a
God.
floor general and he's a Secretary of Defense.
Right.
So he's not Lonzo. Lonzo's a maestro. Stop thinking
Exactly.
that Lonzo is a triple double guy that's going to do what Westbrook did and win MVP and all that. You ain't
No,
gonna
that's
get
not
that out of
no.
Lonzo.
Lonzo's
Lonzo
just gonna
leads
help
the
you
team.
win.
He's a director.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we
No.
can hear you, bro.
Man, listen. I just looked at Miles Turner's number for the season. The man is averaging career high in points, rebounds, and efficiency right now.
Oh my! Wow! Congratulations.
Now, Miles Turner,
What you
whoever gets Miles Turner
Yes,
next,
you
bro.
do.
what are you talking about? That means that he'll
Well,
be
He's
a
the
great
most
fit.
he's a
efficient.
The
free
man, the
agent
man,
next year.
the
Congratulations.
man, the man, the man
Talented
is
Ted.
averaging. He's averaging pretty much 18 and 10 right now,
You
with
Okay.
crazy.
with close to 3 blocks.
Okay.
Miles Turner with the Bulls, you
So
crazy.
he's not angry anymore then, right?
And you take DeMar off, you guys stop it, man.
Right. I mean,
Shoot, I think he's averaging the
what's
most
going to
points
They
on the
not
happen is
they
team right
not
Miles,
now.
going
Hold
they
on.
not going I don't
man,
see them
Miles
trading.
Turner's going to be
I
complacent
don't
like how Zach
I don't see
LaVine's
them
been
trading
complacent.
for Miles Turner on Talented Ted.
No, I'm not saying
Because
I can see it. I mean,
no
it
no 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 I know no
Oh man,
I'm not saying
they're being
because that's
complacent.
not a good trade. It's like I don't know. Do you think it'll be best for them to go after him in free agency
yeah, you
because he's a
damn
No,
free
right.
agent?
You damn right. You
that
damn
You
right.
know,
he's too
Yeah, that's what they
complacent.
need. And if they need to, I would even, I mean, it would be nice to keep Vooch. You understand? Because
Man,
I
Vooch
mean,
is gone, man.
Miles shoot, bro.
Yeah,
He could
Chicago
hit
need
the,
a rim protector for real.
and he could shoot. So
Well,
he's
he
he's
takes Patrick.
effective on the defensive end, and he's also effective on the offensive end. Plus, you
That's
got
crazy.
Zoe, and he's a runner. And now you free up Zach LaVine because Zach LaVine could be that number 1 that you guys want him to be because he
what's
doesn't
your
have DeMar DeRozan holding the ball all the time. He gets the ball instead
So he
all
could
the
take.
yeah
So
time.
he could take
talented
the ISO ball
what
shots instead.
Would you
No,
try to
but
flip?
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Answer the
you
question.
finish. I was gonna respond to Marquez, but it's not that
Uh,
serious. Go ahead.
what about Kuzma? Remember Kuzma? Remember,
Nah,
I'm gonna tell you why I said that. Remember Kuzma
that's
sent out
another
a
Zach Levine,
remember
just a
Kuzma
lower tier.
remember
Oh,
Kuzma
Lord.
right, remember you said they need another lower tier, but remember
Yeah, but not
Kuzma
the
sent out
same
a tweet.
player.
Yeah, I know that, but remember Kuzma tweeted like Chicago is a good team. You know what I'm saying? They just
Mm,
need a small forward. You
Nah,
think,
Zach
you
Levine
know?
is the small forward.
I
Kuzma,
No,
think he a
Zach
all
two
Levine's a
guard.
Kuz,
I
two.
think he a two guard, fam. I
no,
don't
he's
think
Demar is
Zach
playing
a
the
Levine
two.
is.
small.
too.
He's playing the two right
He's
now.
a small
Technically,
forward,
he is
though.
a
We
small
we
forward,
need
man.
we need a traditional. But my thing is,
About
The
that,
y'all
bro.
Bulls
don't
need a
y'all
big.
don't have. I mean, we need a traditional four because putting Patrick Williams at the four is just not working for him.
No, he's trash. He's been playing trash this season.
Marquez, you tell everybody's trash on the Bulls.
And could I be
I
honest
like
with
none
you?
of them.
Listen to me. I'm gonna
Toxic
I
show
want the
y'all
shots.
Bulls to
something
be
too.
better.
Could I show you why Zach Levine is playing the two instead of playing the three?
Why?
Even though he's taller than DeMar DeRozan, he can
Why?
freaking shoot better.
So they put him at the
Well, they
two
got
so he
him
shoots
listed.
better?
That's
They
why
got
he's
him
at the
listed as
two,
a
at
small
the
forward too.
shooting
So, but
guard
you say he
position,
gets through
because
a
he can
small
shoot
forward.
better than
Wow.
DeMar.
Wow. Well, he's
So
been very
who?
complacent, and I
So
hope
let
he
me
Who
gets
can
out
ask you
there
shoot
and
this.
better
plays
than
Hold on.
better.
DeMar?
Let me ask you this.
Ted.
Zach Levine.
Who comes in and play that two guard then?
Zach Levine is a way better shooter. You know why? Because he could extend his range. DeMar can't.
Who comes in and play
Oh,
that
I'm
two
No.
not
guard?
disagreeing.
Let's say you get rid of Zach now. Who goes to the two guard now?
Who's getting rid of Zach? We don't want to get
I
rid
mean
of
not
Zach.
Zach.
Oh,
Let's say you
Zach
get
not
rid of
going
Demar.
nowhere.
No, I'm gonna just say Demar. You get rid of Demar. Who play? You slide Zach to the small forward now, his true position. Who plays the two guard?
Well,
Wait a
it all
minute. His true
depends on.
position.
It
He
all
said
depends on.
he said he's a
You don't
small
think
forward.
Zach's a good two? No,
No,
he's a two. Zach
He's
is
a
a two.
three. He's a
Challenge just
three.
No,
said
He's not no
he's a
Zach
three.
is.
three.
Stop it.
He's a
Stop it. Stop
natural
it.
three, bro. He's a
He's a
natural
three.
small forward. Zach Levine.
Where did he play three? I mean, did he play three in college? No.
He's
When
a
did he play
natural
three?
three,
Come
though.
on,
Oh
talent.
my goodness.
Did he
All
play
He's a
right,
three in
so
natural three.
Minnesota? No.
all
He's a
right. So you
natural.
Wiggins
trying to
played
tell
the
me?
three. Zach
So you
played the
trying to
two.
tell me? So you trying to tell me Zach Levine never
He's played
guarded
shooting
small
guard and
forwards in
small
his
Well,
life?
forward.
I'm not saying he never guarded anybody. He probably guarded a center once in his life. I'm not saying that.
No,
But
but my point
he's a
is
two.
before DeMar came there, Zach Levine played small forward. Do your research. Research it before you
Listen,
get
I
at me.
don't know about that part, but I know from watching him, he always been a two.
All right.
Now maybe they
But-
slid him down there for experimental purposes, but he always been a two.
Oh man. Okay. You got it.
I mean, you can Wikipedia that. I mean, the information is
Y'all
available.
giving talented
Nah, I
headache,
just
man.
told you to do it. Why would you have me do it? I'm telling
Do
it to
it.
you
Do
because
your
I
research.
know. I don't
So this
think
is
it.
my
But I've been watching Zach when he played the year in UCLA.
Yeah,
That's where
but
I
you
got
going
it.
on
That's
base.
where I got a hold to him.
USC. That's
so I
college
got a
basketball,
question.
bro.
So I got a question.
I'm listening.
All right. So what about going? You say you want a player lower tier than Zach Lee. What about going after a player like OG Anunoby?
Nah,
No.
okay. I'll be honest with you. Listen to me, real good, right? If this is my opinion, if the Bulls get rid of DeMar DeRozan, they don't need to go after another forward. They need to go after a big that could score and also defend. That's what they're missing right now. So they should use him to get that. You understand? Whatever they need to fill the DeMar DeRozan role, Zach Levine is going to do that, and they can find the rest off the goddamn bench. That's
And
just
just
how
put
I look
Kobe
at it.
White at that too for now.
Because you would have a better Kobe White if you didn't have DeMar DeRozan. Because Kobe White
here
was
we
playing.
go.
Kobe White was playing pretty damn good before DeMar DeRozan got there.
That's a tough call right there. Kobe White, DeMar
I don't know,
DeRozan.
man. Kobe White.
No, you can't compare the two. What I'm just trying to tell you is you got to understand great players hold other players back, man. I don't know why you guys
But
don't
Kobe don't play
understand this.
defense
But
talent.
man, it's
But
man
neither
trying
does
to
DeMar.
The Bulls need some
man.
defense. They don't need a bunch
But this is why I
of
just told you they
scorers.
need a big. This is why they need a
But
they need a
man,
That's
rim
what
protector.
somebody said that already. Somebody said that already.
man,
Regardless of whether
it's
they said it or not, I just gave my explanation as to what they should do if they get rid of DeMar DeRozan. They should go after a big and find what you're looking for off your bench.
Hey,
Oh,
you know
Lord.
what? You know what though, Thompson said? I don't know why, but if they did that, just how Billy is, I can see him sliding damn Zoe, have him play that too, bro. I'm telling you right now. For some strange reason, because he be doing some wild shit.
Well,
And it very
I
well may
mean,
help
you gonna
out.
have to figure. I mean, you gonna have to
Zoe's
figure
a
it out,
point
man.
guard,
Because
man.
And
I
they
mean,
no, I'm
you
saying it very
can't.
well may help. Because he
I
could be
mean,
that
they
too that
probably
can shoot and guard. You know what I'm
so
saying?
so
Nah,
my
but he
thing
needs
is
to run the
because my
offense, man.
because
He
my
needs
thing
to
is basically
because
I
just
can
remember,
see.
if you, not to cut you, brother. I'm gonna just say
No,
this
you
and you
good,
could go
fam.
right ahead. Nah, the other gentleman. I
Oh, okay.
apologize. Because just
I
remember,
hear you.
based on your position is who you guard on the other team. So if you're a point guard, you're gonna be guarding point guards. If you move him over to the two, now he has to deal with a bunch of shooting guards. You understand? And Zoe is really built to stop the ball, the initiation of the ball. He's built to do that. That's what he does. But go ahead, bro.
Excuse me.
Get a Julius
I
Randle,
mean,
man. Get
just
Julius Randle.
I mean, to be
Why
honest
you
with you,
cutting that
man. I mean,
apple off? Your mama gave
the
you that?
best time, the best time to probably go after that big is probably in the off season, man. Because I don't think no one's going to make a trade for a big or give up one unless you're talking about Jakob Poeltl. I mean, everybody else I seen they're
Julius
going to be
Randle.
staying. Julius Randle, no, he's not going to be a good fit, man.
The one and only, the
Hey,
living
Murr.
legend, Uncle Vern.
Hey, Murr. I
I
think
What up,
they.
mean,
Jack?
nobody's going
Uncle
to be available,
Vern.
man.
What
What
up,
up, Unc?
Paddle?
Hey,
I mean, because I'm looking at the top centers in the
Y'all
league.
be ready. Y'all be
I'm looking
ready
at
to
the top
hear.
centers. It's not going to work. But in the offseason, I can see it's going after a Pascal Siakam. Get rid of Demar, you get a Pascal Siakam type of player who could
Huh?
slide Patrick. You could probably slide Patrick at the two, where the lineup could be Zoe, Zack,
Patrick at the
Patrick.
two.
Patrick at the three, Pascal Siakam, and basically try to figure out basically what's going on in center. Because right now, I'm looking at
Oh
the centers, and
Lord.
it's kind of right now. I'm looking at the centers, man. Everybody's staying put, man.
Murgod, there is one center they could trade for, and that's who we was talking about is Miles Turner. Now, only reason I'm saying Miles Turner is because Miles Turner will be a free agent next season, so they might very well take a trade because they don't want him to walk for nothing.
Right.
So that's the
That's the
only
only
trade
one.
I can see them
That's
doing.
that's the only one that's available. Everybody else is they locked up, man. They ain't going
Who they
nowhere.
gonna trade?
So my thing is
The
this.
Bulls gonna
Let's
mess
just
around and
say
get Plumlee.
let's just say
Yo, you're
let's
funny.
just say they want to
You
entertain
funny,
that.
man.
Now, if we
Plumlee
being
in
real with each
Washington.
other, do we think is that enough for the way Demar's playing? Demar for Miles Turner? Like, do you think they should get more in return?
Yes.
Would you basically you're asking would you
I don't even
trade
think the
for them straight
contracts
up?
will match though. They have to get more. What you say, Talented Ted?
Nah, basically you're saying would you make the trade straight up? I don't know if the
Right. I
money
mean, that's
match,
the only
I
trade
mean,
they
it's
can
not
do.
gonna it's
but
not gonna be a trade straight up. What's gonna happen is that the Pacers
Where's
are
my
gonna want
Mason John?
the Pacers are gonna want picks as well as they're gonna have to give up, probably try to get up another young player. So we can get a wing for them. I know they're gonna try to keep what's his name? They're gonna try to keep Halliburton, of course. They're gonna keep the other
ooh, that
boy that
boy
came from
dangerous, y'all. But go
yes, sir.
ahead,
They're
man.
gonna they're gonna keep the
Man,
other boy, Melodon, that came from Arizona because he's nasty. Both of them two the top leading scorers on the
Oh,
team. And
Matherin. Yeah, Benedict
Matherin, yeah.
Matherin.
Matherin, they're going to keep
Peladon
him.
played on the Hornets.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
The
Matherin.
dribbler.
They're gonna keep Benedict Matherin on that team. And the third scorer is
But
Miles
Chris
Turner.
Duarte though.
Chris
okay.
Duarte can probably come. He could probably come as a backup wing player.
Let me ask you
Basically.
this.
So that's the only thing. Or we can go after Jalen Smith, but I think they like Jalen Smith on that team. But I mean, hey.
Would you try to just fuck it? Would you just try to get a flip Miles Turner and Buddy Hill? Would you try to do that?
I mean, Buddy Hill could come. They need 3-point shooter.
Miles Turner and I'm talking about Miles Turner and Buddy Hill.
Yo,
Try to get both of them.
you give Lonzo that? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
man.
bro.
You
That's a
get
championship team, hands down, bro. You get
man.
that
All
man.
right, now you jacking.
So
You're
so
jacking.
so that could work. That can work.
What?
So either Buddy Hill could come off the
Championship
bench.
team? That's a
Buddy
Yo,
Hill
drag.
could
bro,
probably come
your
off the
Bucks
bench
would
as
be in
a
trouble.
man.
What?
Buddy Hill could probably come off the bench.
You think
Listen,
we
man.
scared of Lonzo
Toxic T don't
Ball
want to
and
hear that.
Miles Turner? Please.
Man, listen, bro. But go ahead,
Toxic
I ain't
don't
bro.
want to
scared of
hear that,
Lonzo,
Man,
man.
please.
I wanna cut the
Yeah, Miles Turner. Yeah, I want to hear
Man,
your
listen.
spill on that. Talented said Miles Turner and Buddy Hill. But go ahead, Merc.
bro.
You got
That's
the flow.
Man,
oh,
listen,
okay.
man.
I'm talking
Buddy
after,
Hill.
bro.
Because you can have Lonzo with
I
Zach.
said later.
You probably got You probably got to figure out the 3 and the 4, and then have Miles Turner with Buddy Hill come off the bench with a 3-point shooter. Shit, Lonzo will have a field day. Lonzo would have 10 assists off of that.
Shit, you're bugging. You guys are crazy.
I don't
Plus,
know.
that's why.
and it ain't even.
Dallas don't want to hear that. That'll kill the Knicks. That would bury the Knicks.
I ain't worried about the Knicks, man. And not only that, the defense, bro. What I'm talking about is that you got Lonzo up top to stop the initiation, and then you got this dude in the bottom for anything that does get past him. You guys are crazy, bro. Yo, that'd be a Bulls team.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Imagine trying
Not
to
enough.
imagine them two defending the pick and roll together, man. If you get nothing. You get nothing, man.
Not enough. It's not enough.
That's a pipe dream. I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit was
Right,
really
you over here
happening.
making
but real talk, though, real talk.
conspiracy theories.
It kind of could happen, but it might take more. The reason why I say that, remember, I said earlier, Turner is a free agent. And Pacers, I know they trying to rebuild, so they trying to probably get off a Buddy Hield contract. So it could happen, but I think they're gonna have to give up more.
You see, but
So
think
it
about
might
what
it
you
might
just
it might
said.
have to be
No,
huh?
think about what you just said though. If he's a free agent, that means he could just straight up sign with the Bulls. And
Right.
now they could trade DeMar and get him because now DeMar becomes more of a value. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Bro.
Because if you're
They don't
trying
have
to
to
trade
lose
him for
nothing.
Miles Turner, exactly. There you go, bro.
I didn't hear you. Hold on, can you repeat that? I didn't hear what you said.
No, what I'm trying to say is if Miles Turner, he has the ability to just sign with the Bulls if he's a free agent. So now if you have to put together a trade package for DeMar with the Pacers, now DeMar becomes the higher value player. It's not even no more.
Oh yeah, okay, I feel you.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So you could possibly get two players. The tide turns. Now the picks will come off the Pacers actually because DeMar is a little bit more high valued.
So unstoppable
Well, it's a pipe dream.
is this the last year for Vucevic's deal?
Yeah, he's on his last year, so he becomes a free agent. That's why I said throw in Vooch too with DeMar, and they might can get both of them. I think the contract might come close to it. They might have to throw in some other stuff. But go ahead. Excuse me. Murray, you still here? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm still here because I'm just thinking, man. Because I mean, they can probably like.
Murga, I like that one. Miles Turner, boy.
Bro, all these pipe dreams, Diggs.
Nah, but I think Miles
great,
Turner and Buddy Hield, bro. That's man, like you said, man. Not even him coming off the bench. Shit, you add him to that start because, like you said, if you gonna slide Zack to that 3, and you put Buddy, if you decide to start him, then you got, what I'm saying, you got Zoe, then you got Patrick Williams at power forward.
But that's the thing right there because I don't like Patrick Williams at power forward anymore because it seems like he just not thriving in that position. He played better his rookie year at 3.
I remember, would you say he's not thriving there because he's playing behind DeMar, Zack, and Vooch?
Yeah, at the 4. We need to get him at the 3 where he can do a lot more, have more responsibility in ball handling.
Well, okay,
I don't think he works well at the 4.
Keep Zack at the 2, put him at the 3. Start Javonte Green for now with the 4 until you figure it out. Because he's that high energy guy,
Now, what are you talking about? With DeMar or without?
No, DeMar be gone, bro. Because you got Turner and you got Buddy Hield now. God, you sound.
Buddy Hield ain't coming off
crazy.
no bench though.
Yo, Uncle Vern, you might have to leave and come back in, bro.
Yeah, he loud over there.
You snoring?
No, I ain't hear no snoring. He was just going. I felt like I was listening to a Chopped and Screw album, bro.
It's about that time. Y'all guys are having delusions.
Uncle Vern, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, talk to T. That ain't no.
I can't hear you, Uncle Vern. I can't hear you.
Miles Turner gonna be a free
You
agent.
can't hear me because I didn't say that. Dex, what's going on? What's happening with you, young man?
Oh my!
Yeah, we're trying to include you in the circle of conversation.
Oh, it's all right. I didn't already say what I said about that thing right there. As far as Zach LaVine go, man, Zach LaVine is like needing to score. You ain't finna just get rid of him like that. You understand me? That would be ridiculous. It would be silly. It'll be defeating the purpose. The
They
purpose.
talk about moving Demar, not Zack.
I said, well, that's what I meant. Demar is the leading scorer. You would not be moving Demar. I meant Demar. I said Zack LaVine. I apologize. I know Zack LaVine got 40-something today. He had a good game. But Demar been doing it all. DeMar DeRozan been doing it all this time. You're not going to move DeMar DeRozan because you don't like him. Shit, that's stupid. You ain't paying him. They paying him. They like him. They love him. I don't get what y'all understanding is. If anybody gonna get rid of, you get rid of that Vooch. Get rid of Vooch and get him for something while you still can. Because after this season, he ain't gonna be worth nothing. He can go wherever he want to, and you be a fool to keep him. Should have been. You're a fool that you didn't get rid of him a long time ago. You're a fool to keep him until his contract is up because you're not gonna re-sign him. If you do, you'd be silly for what? You already know what you're gonna get from him. You know what you're gonna get from DeRozan. You know what you're going to get from Zack LaVine. And you ain't going to get no more defensively or offensively. You ain't going to get no more out of DeRozan defensively. You ain't going to get no more out of Zack LaVine offensively.
I think that's why you need to go ahead and sell DeMar right now. Why his trade value at an all-time high. And like you said, he ain't gonna play no defense like that. And not only that, at times he stops the ball, and like that's highly noticeable. So you try to go ahead and flip him.
Yeah.
Every time huh?
Unstoppable. That sounds real good, but what you gonna get? That's gonna make up for that 20-some odd points he averaging tonight.
You probably get that from Buddy if they go. I mean, Miles Turner. You definitely could get it from Buddy. You know what I'm saying? You get Miles Turner.
Goddamn well, Miles Turner ain't gonna be sitting up there getting no 20-some odd points a night going out like.
You did say at night.
You can't do that with Indiana. I'm sorry, Unstoppable. I'm just saying. I don't want to make it seem like I'm over talking you.
No, you good, bro.
If he ain't doing that out there in Indiana, Unstoppable, he ain't gonna be doing it out. He ain't gonna be doing it with the Bulls, man. And he ain't no real protector. And he likes standing up. And he likes
who ain't no rim protector, Vern?
What's his name?
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner. He ain't no
Miles Turner
is,
and
he also
that's
flight snoring.
Another thing about Miles Turner that makes it look real ridiculous. He loves doing the same thing Vooch do. Don't play no defense and love sitting out there.
Man, you a goddamn lie, Burn.
Oh man, well go ahead. All right. Tell me how good he is. Tell me how good he is.
The man has 2 block championships in the league, Vern.
2 block. All right, I'll look that up. I'll look it up.
The man averaged at one point in one season 3.5 blocks a season, bro.
Okay, I'm about to
so how is he? This nigga's so toxic. He's snoring. Don't even.
Yeah, man. Like, how are you? I mean, Vern, that don't make no sense,
Toxic
man.
T, that little youngster out here can't hang.
So the only knock on Miles Turner I got on him is that he's not a better rebounder than Vooch.
That's Marquez doing that, bro.
He's not a better rebounder.
Toxic
but everything
T.
else,
that's
everything
funny.
else he can do. The man is.
He's the youngest man on the panel.
He's snoring like an old man.
8 rebounds.
He's too
and close to
toxic.
3 blocks a game on great efficiency.
Yeah, Miles is a problem, man. Miles is a problem.
So Miles is good, man. I say the only knock on him is the rebounding. That's it.
I'm about to look that up. I'm gonna look up those stats, man. Because I don't agree with that block shot stat. Because I don't be seeing him doing all that. But I don't watch Indiana.
Right. I understand where Uncle Vern is coming from. Miles Turner, just like where he's at now and what he's doing now, it's not eye popping. But if you put that production on the Bulls, he fills in the gap, and the Bulls take off like a rocket.
Hey.
So hold on, y'all.
So if he have 3 blocks a game, then that's all defensive.
So right now,
that's all
right
defensive
now I'm looking
stats.
at. So right now, basically, I'm looking at Miles Turner stats. This current year, he's averaging 2.5 blocks. Last year was 2.8. The year before that, when he won block championship, was 3.4. And then basically in the 2018-2019 season, he was the other block championship that year. He was 2.7.
All right.
So the man protects the rim.
And he's a hell of a 3-point shooter. He's a 3-and-D, man. That's what the Bulls need. That's like 2 DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, and he's shooting what? Close to 39% on the year,
Man,
on
yes,
4 attempts.
Check out last year. He was even doing even better.
Last year was bad from 3-point. This year's better.
I don't know, man. It's a close call, and then that's okay.
I mean,
to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind that with DeRozan going over there with Indiana like that, with that kind of show, because of the fact that not only just Miles Turner, but that dude 00. He good. He gonna be good for a long time. So that'd be good for the Bulls to get a player like him too, of that kind of caliber, and at that age.
I honestly don't think Indiana would keep him.
Well, the Indiana young, and they still want to go young, so they'd be a fool not to keep him. He'd be one of their future players for a long time. He good.
No, I'm talking about DeMar.
I'm talking. No, they keep DeMar just on the strength that they can keep him for the books thing like that. You know, so you keep an all-star player like that kind of caliber, get you some kind of points, and just keep him on the books like that, so you can get rid of him in the trade or something like that. Or, working. He'd be the most expensive player you have, because they're gonna have a lot of young players eventually. Especially if they turn around and get rid of Turner. So they going young. That'd be part of the plan. I don't know. Only way I can let them get rid of, I don't know. I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't see them get rid of DeRozan. Get rid of DeRozan, you have to go for defense and then go for make your team bigger.
I agree.
What you want to do, what the Bulls need to do, get shooters. They ain't got no shooters. No. They got to open up that court. They got to open up the court. I don't know. But now that you mentioned it, if you mentioned it like that with Miles Turner, I can see Miles Turner come to the Bulls. I never liked him coming to the Bulls. Just on the strength that he wasn't. I looked at him as not being a rim protector. Everything else was all right. He can shoot. He stretched the court. That's what they need. Yep.
Yeah, but Uncle Warren, that would you said shooting, that would fix it, because if you go out to Turner and Buddy Hield, we already know Buddy Hield is a good shooter. Turner, he shoot pretty decent from the 3-point line, but with him, you know what he's gonna be good at, protecting the paint. So
Lord have mercy.
You getting defense and offense. So
Bruh,
yeah.
buddy.
I'm crazy. You woke up?
I wasn't asleep. I was pretending to have snoring noises because I can't believe this delusional conversation.
Hey, where you put Buddy Hield at with Zack LaVine on the court? Where you gonna put them at? Because they both play the same position, right? What I'm gonna
what talented Ted was saying, that Zack LaVine natural positions at the 3 guard. So, and plus you got to remember, Billy loved running them damn guard lineups anyway. So I guess Zack LaVine would slide to that 3. You have Buddy playing that too.
Zack LaVine is a 2 option who's
but even
not
if you
good
don't
enough.
even if you don't do that, you can just have him come off the bench.
Hey, somebody in the chat, get this commercial coming up.
Number 2 is Zack LaVine. He's he don't got the mentality. He got the scoring. His defense is somewhat subpar. Let me see. And DeMar DeRozan, time and time again, has proven talented. He's the number 1 option for this team.
Yeah, but again, like we saying earlier, with DeMar, bro, the ball doesn't move. It sticks at times. So
maybe
when the
DeMar
clock
feel like he's the only player that can do it.
when the shot clock runs out, he either gonna pump fake or pass the ball or shoot a bad shot, bruh. Like
All number
it's
one options do that.
you said what?
All number one options do that, including the one that wins the bubble championship.
And
What did he say?
good observe. Good. That's
All people do that, including
like
the person who
and
won a
and and
bubble
and, and,
championship.
and,
Bro,
and not
no,
just
no, they
that,
don't,
not just
fam.
that unstoppable.
Yes, they
Not
do.
just
Ask
that.
LeBron.
My quest. Slow down for a minute, bro. Please. No, unstoppable.
LeBron is way better.
Not just that. Um, unstoppable. Also, the fact that DeRozan has he's shooting at a what 40%, 45% clip.
Yeah, at the
Okay, I
mid
mean,
range,
so
right.
when you put it like that, I mean, I would have thought you would have said, well, he's getting half of his shots, but he's missing the other half. Instead of doing that, you didn't even mention the fact that he's hitting half his
I
shots.
mean, yeah, that's the
But
obvious. I don't
DeRozan is not
like
a role player,
if
bro.
you
You
if
gotta
you
stop
know about
saying he's a role
DeRozan,
player.
you know he hitting them, but still at the same time, what this team trying to do is it's not working with him because not only that, he's not a good defender at that too. So
He's a great
it's
defender.
yeah, so it's like, all right, then let's go ahead. If this not working, we need to go ahead
Unstoppable.
and
Don't you love his defense?
move on for him because right now his value is at an all time high. So and also Vucevic is not playing good. So it's like, okay, well,
Unstoppable. Don't you love his
what
defense?
can we flip these players for? We go ahead and let's turn Vooch into Miles Turner. Let's see what happens and let's try to get. Not saying they gonna get Buddy, but I'm just saying let's get Buddy Hill. That
Hey,
adds a deadly shooter on the team. I mean,
unstoppable.
what's up?
Don't you like DeMar's defense?
I love it, bro. That's why I'm trying to get rid of him, man.
His defense
I'm
is
taking
all
what I
pro.
got for granted, So that's why I'm gonna move
His
on from him.
defense is all pro. He's the best shooter on your team.
Who, Demar?
Yeah.
No, it's not as though.
No, it's Zach LaVine, the guy you
He's
paid the
being
contract for.
Zoe
he's
is the
being
best shooter.
sarcastic.
I know
He's
No, I'm
being
not.
sarcastic.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
I
not.
know, Mark, I know he is, bro. I'm just talking
I'm
stupid
not.
with him.
No, I'm not.
I
DeMar
felt like it.
DeRozan. I'm not. Zach LaVine is your number one option. He's going to take you to a championship.
Well, Basil, I don't know. Well, you said you're not getting much in the trade for Demar. I don't know, bro. I mean, yes. Okay, hand it to me. I mean, yeah, you're not getting much, but then again, I see you can get the kind of a package like I was saying with Indy. Indy trying to move. Yes. Okay, I got you right now.
Hey, Marquez, I want to ask you a question.
What's up? Go ahead.
Did you see that Lakers game the other day with not
Okay,
with
hold on. I'm about to
when
put on
AD
Scooby
got
Doo
to
for you.
55? Did you see the other game when they beat the Bucks?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you saw that? What was your take on that? Because I've been trying to catch up with you to find out what your take on it was. I ain't heard you say nothing about it.
Honestly, I didn't care about it.
Okay.
It's
And what,
regular season, and the Lakers are inconsistent as usual, and AD's going to be in street clothes eventually.
right, because he gonna be hurt or something. His feelings ain't gonna be hurt though, but it's all right though. You think Giannis' feelings was hurt after that game? He didn't talk much.
Not really. What do you want him to say? He lost.
I mean, what he say the same thing? Would he be winning and everything? Like you, I want not Giannis. I'm talking about you, not Giannis. You.
What, they won?
Oh, okay. There you go. Good job.
I mean, AD right now just playing
You think
better
I
than
care
Giannis.
about what AD do? I don't care about that inconsistently healthy, overrated power forward.
You can't even come up with a right slander for him right now because he's playing so great.
No, honestly, Murdoch.
I could come up with
Murdoch.
something. I feel
Murdoch.
you.
Murdoch.
You can't
He's
even come up
trash.
with the right slander.
Hey,
You can't even
Murdoch. He's
You can't
trash.
say that. You
He's
can't say that,
inconsistent.
man.
He's horrible,
Can't
and I don't like him. Freak AD.
man,
We'll
you
talk about him when he
can't.
gets to 500. That Lakers team is trash. It's weak, and it will not make the playoffs.
Shoot, man. I don't know about that, man.
What
Hey,
about is the Bucks going to make what's the Bucks record now?
12-6.
Who else is 12-6? Somebody's a losing record got 12-6 too. Because I said the Bucks got a losing record, and then somebody else got a losing record.
The Bucks don't have a losing record. Gotta do your research.
Okay, 12-6. That ain't losing though. That's on 500. You right. Stop. I apologize, young man.
I don't know
Lakers
about that
are
now, man.
atrocious.
And sure, they ain't atrocious no more. They
The Lakers
10-12,
suck.
man.
The Lakers
They
suck
can't.
until they get to 500.
Yo, Mark. Not Toxic. What's his
Sure,
name?
man.
Talented.
Probably done went to sleep.
Right.
Nah, I'm right here, man. I apologize. I'm multitasking. Talk to me.
Me too.
Oh no.
Wasn't
I see you
multitasking, so
still here, man.
Y'all heard me?
yeah, we hear you, sir.
Mic check, mic check.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I like that trade though, man. Shake
Man,
things up, bro.
unstoppable. Come on, man, stop it. That's a wish and a prayer. Unstoppable.
I really.
I mean,
I put it this. Whatever they do,
just about all trades are, man.
whatever they
Until
do,
happen. Until they happen.
we ain't gonna know what's gonna happen because nobody's seen that boot trade happening and stuff. So it's
Do you
they
think
gonna
your
do
Bulls
something.
right now can beat the Lakers?
What? Hell, no, not the way AD playing right now. Shit.
Hell nah, man. We ain't got nobody to guard AD, man.
Wow. Can you beat the Bucks right now?
We already beat the Bucks.
Yeah, we already beat them.
Yeah, remember
I'm
you
talking
forgot
about
you
in game.
disappeared.
No, hold on. I'm talking about in playoff series when it matters.
We not in a playoff series with y'all, so we can't say that. But right now,
Did you beat us
basically, we
last
just
year? Did you beat us
right
last year?
now. Y'all beat us last year, but that's last year.
Okay. No. That's all I need to hear.
Hey.
Yeah.
First of all, you wasn't even a Buck fan last year.
Exactly, man.
Ted, what's your point? I'm a Buck fan this year.
I'm
A
just
dub's a
saying.
dub from the
We
past
got,
for me. It doesn't matter.
nah, man.
You're bringing up stuff that's not even relevant to you, man.
Right.
No, a dub is relevant to me.
You don't have
your focus should be on right now, and right now, basically, we beat y'all as well as Bailey,
I
as
don't
well
give
as
a
AD.
rat's fuck. You think I give a rat's ass whether or not KD beats us right now or Shitty DeRozan? I don't care about none of that shit.
As
Both these
well
niggas might not be in the playoffs
AD
this year.
as well as AD put up 40 on Giannis.
Bro, we have the second best record in the league. Is you tweaking?
It don't matter.
You tweaking? Yeah,
Don't
yeah, y'all niggas on that haterade.
Ain't no haterade. It's the truth.
No, y'all niggas on that haterade
Y'all
because y'all do it
got
not
the
pretty
second best.
enough,
Y'all
but now
got the
y'all
second best.
continue to hate on the Greek freak. That's all y'all do is hate. Y'all some haters, bro.
Hate
Y'all be
on
haters.
who?
Man.
Giannis is a top 5 player in the league.
Y'all be
Just
haters
that
your
right
whole life.
now he's not playing better than AD.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe AD should play AD's playing like this because he has to play like this.
No, he's AD been this player. He just been hurt.
No, he hasn't been this player.
Yes, AD's been this player. He just been hurt.
No, you cannot tell me that we knew that AD could do 95 and 70 field. He's never. No. I'm not doing. No, I'm not doing that.
AD was playing like this in New Orleans, man. What you talking about? He just had no team around him.
Oh, so he was losing. Oh yeah, then they're definitely gonna lose if AD was playing like this. That's all I need to know.
I'm sorry, but AD ain't playing better than what's the name Giannis playing, bro. I'm sorry,
Come on, bro. You smoking?
Yes,
No,
he
he's
is.
not.
Yes,
No,
he
he's
is,
not.
man.
He
He's
ain't
playing
even
better. He's playing better than Giannis right now.
Okay.
No, he's not.
Have y'all looked up? The man is averaging 35 and 15 the past 8 games, bro.
What does that mean? That's the last 8 games. Look at his record. Look at his averages the whole season this season.
Well, he had to get his footing together, but he's
For
still
sure.
averaging.
He's not.
But he's still
You want to
averaging
be pump faking?
26 and 12. No
Hey,
pump faking, man. Just
hey,
like
wait. What is his
just like
averages right now?
He's 25 and 12.
How much does Giannis average?
Don't know. Probably
you
about
know that. Why
probably
you
about
asking
probably
them?
about
How
28.
come you don't know that?
I know it, on. He averages 31. I know it, on.
Crazy, man.
I know it, on. He averages 31, 11, and 5.
Passing games, I don't know, boy. AD been killing, boy. Killed Giannis' ass.
Okay. I mean, Giannis gave him a 40 piece. AD gave him a 44.
Yeah, we're about to shut it down. We're going to pull back up tomorrow. Shout out to everybody that pulled up tonight, man.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.